gentlemen. Good to see you men. Well, you know what I mean. Let's get this motherfucker down here. Oh yeah. Get the fucking show started. We're just gonna close that bitch out. Shh. Get the fuck out of here. Shut up your face. All right. Son of a bitch. Twice in one night. I hope that you guys tuned in to hear the ginger hamster ramrod me, put me on the spot, and have a whole big, nice, wonderful conversation. I thought that it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it myself. Excuse me. He's got corona. Kill him. Oh, gents, give me 2 seconds. Let me get up here real quick and get these glasses cleaned off. Oh, man, look at the old man glasses. See, that doesn't work. That's fucked up. All right, I'm going back to the top of the chat. Forgive me. I want to apologize first off. Now, it's not anything that I could control, but for some fucking reason, I could not get the live to go off yesterday. So forgive me for that one. Hold on a second. Oh man. Could do geometry on this bitch. I'll bring it out. I am sending pictures of what I want to my caricature artist. That's right. I hired an artist so that, I haven't hired him yet. I want to see what he can do with it. But if he can produce some good shit, then we've got a caricature artist coming. So we got that Teespring store. I think I'm going to go with Teespring. You know, that's kind of the thing to do. And we're going to put out a whole fucking mess of stuff. And Hammerhand is going to start selling some shit. Hopefully. Who the fuck knows? Maybe I won't sell nothing. I don't know. But the way it's going to go is everything is going to get turned back into the studio, which is not going to be a goddamn camera, a camera phone like what I'm working off of now, but it's going to be a professional podcasting studio. That's the furniture, that's the electronics, that's the equipment, that's everything that I need. I've already received a very nice donation, and sitting there waiting for me to get this shit done. And that's what I intend to do. Biker Mech 1, hello, what's up, MGTOW? Yo, man, what's up, sir? Is there a doctor in the house? Vet's Rage, hi, what's up, Vet? How you doing? In the Sticks IRL, Hammer, what's up, sir? Ohio Dan, Hammer, with a question mark. Yeah, man, it's me. What's up? Hugh Mongoose, Beardman, hello. Well, hello, sir. How you doing? Okie MGTOW, the king of buffering. You ain't fucking kidding. That kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I hope it buffers. In the Sticks, IRL, let's go. Success Pool Endeavors. All right. I want to stop right here. Success Pool Endeavors, SCE, one of our treasured, awesome behind-the-scenes brothers. I want to say thank you to you, sir. I hope that tremendous fucking wound that you have is doing well. I hope that you're not feeling too much pain. And I hope to see you back and active again. I could imagine a little bit going through what you went through, but not a hell of a bunch. Jeez. I guess that's the kind of thing where you make your peace before you get on that table, and whatever happens, happens. I've been in that position, but I've never had my chest opened. Successful endeavors. Hamster's stream ended far too abruptly. Yeah, I know, but that was kind of the deal that I made with him before we got on here. I said I could only go about an hour or so because I've promised the live stream tonight. I got to get that live stream in because the one yesterday was fucking bubkus. So, and yeah, look, if I'm on a stream and the stream is doing badly, it's probably going to be on my end, because right now I'm relying solely off of the Wi-Fi on this fucking thing right here. And you know how it is. Yeah, sorry I keep hitting that fucking arm there. Dr. MGTOW, you always stream when I'm about to head to work, or I'm working, or when I'm working. I'm sorry, man. So you're not here stateside then? You're not here stateside? Bullfighter 42, yo man, yo. Did you see after last week's UFC event, fighter Colby Covington bashed BLM at the press conference? I saw all of that. Yeah. And fucking good on him. And more than that, good on Dana White. Good on Dana White for not caving into this fucking bullshit and this artificial crap. Yeah, I saw all of that. Then Dana White said he didn't do anything wrong when asked about it. No bending the knee. Abso-fucking-lutely. Zool. Hey, what's up, Zool? How you doing? BDF. Bridges don't fly. What's up, y'all? Stream sounds good on this end. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Dr. MGTOW, my good brother SCE. Glad you're doing good. Abso-fucking-lutely. And if Vention doesn't make it in tonight, big shout out and hello to Vention, because I know that I would not want to be stuck with what Vention is stuck with right now. So fuck that. And big ups to Vention. Bullfighter 42, please explain the KGB file dumps that you posted. That's the only link that I'm going to post. You're going to have to go link chasing if you want to find them. I'm not going to post the actual links here, but you can find them. They can be found. After the fall of the Soviet Union, the KGB dumped a whole ton of fucking files. Well, actually, the opposition in the government dumped a whole bunch of files, and it reads better than any spy novel that you have ever heard of. Any series of spy novels or movies that it makes James Bond look like a kindergarten flick. It's some real shit. There was a report here not too long ago that just came out about some stuff that happened years ago where we had some operatives over here in the States, 4 of them. They never came back from their operations. They were never declared missing. They were never declared dead. They just never came back. Most likely tortured and killed. You know how it goes, man. That's some shit. Hearken, Lord of the Fallen. Howdy all, sir. Dr. MGTOW, just finished eating, about to head to work. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Sorry to hear that. Drill Free Man. Yes, caught the live stream. Oh, look, man, he's Freemasonic. And yeah, I guess we're going to buff. Cheers. 103 in the box, 34 thumbs up. No, must be more. Come on, man. It's Hammer Claws. I'm just kidding, gents. I take 1 thumbs up. I don't give a shit. I'm good with that. You're here. That's enough for me. Eddie MGTOW. What's up, man? What's up, Eddie? How you doing? Did I miss one there? SCE. Hearken. Harkin's getting some love tonight. Bikamech 1 at Hammerhand. I was wrong. My bad, sir. He did pick that religious lady. That's okay, man. That's okay. I wouldn't call her a religious lady, but that's a nice segue into one of the things that I wanted to talk about here. And it's not loaded with politics. So I was watching a couple of other streams today. One of my wrenches, Riff Magos, he was going off about people injecting politics into the MGTOW discussion. You kind of can't not do that now. I mean, you can say that you don't give a shit, that you don't care, and that it doesn't bother you, and that it doesn't affect you. But you are wrong. You are wrong. It does affect you. When people are making policy for you because you refuse to stand up and be part of the conversation, that's going to affect you. Is it going to be bad? I don't know. Is it going to be good? I don't know. All I know is that it does affect you. But no, the Amy Coney Barrett deal, this is not about politics. This is about what was said. What I've heard going around is, look, She's religious. She's Catholic. Right? She's got seven kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count them. 7 kids. Right? She's a judge. She did all of that while she was going to school, but she's married. Do you notice what they didn't say? She's fucking married. She's a federal judge. It's amazing. The wheels in the head go round and round. The wheels in the head keep spinning. You know, it's amazing what they don't say. They give you all of those things. A, B, C, and D. 1, 2, and 3, X, Y, and Z. They give you this whole fucking list of shit. They tell you, oh man, she did it. Oh. And they're big up on her. They want to hold her up to the fucking sky. Hold her up to the fucking sun to make sure she's not an alien inside. You know, all of this shit. But they didn't say that she had a husband the whole time. They didn't say that they were making hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars a year to afford that child care. They didn't say that. They just said she did it by herself, man. It's fucking sickening. Sickening, disgusting. Social. Did I get that right? Social. Missed half of Hamster's stream. You know what? Hamster's not going to mind if you go back there and you watch that stream. Excuse me. Let me get back up in the chat just a little bit, guys. Every once in a while, I have to come on here and refresh it because it stops the fucking chat stream. And, you know, sorry. Mr. Forma in the house. Mr. Forma, I love your stuff, my friend. I love your stuff. Tico, goddamn. Come on. Tico Trin, Red Pill. Que lo que? Tico Trin, Red Pill in the house. Got some fucking hitters in here tonight, man. I'm happy to see that shit. Having fun tonight. Hearken, Lord of the Fallen. I've just been hiding in the closet for a while, trying to retain some kind of income. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing that, except it's not nearly as bad as people thought it was going to be. There's a bunch. I can't lie. You know, when you talk about 6 million people, 6 million people on a bread line is still 6 million people. That's a lot. But they were forecasting 20 million in June. So, yeah. I don't want to see anybody on the bread line, but 6 million is much more preferable. But don't get too cocky, because guess what? Oh, man. We're hitting that fucking curve. We're starting to jump over it. When your Federal Reserve, let me roll that back a little bit. When the Federal Reserve, and then our government decides, hey, we're just going to do all of this fucking shit. We don't care about hyperinflation. We don't care about any of that shit. Fuck all y'all. And they just print and print and print and print. There has to be a cliff somewhere. And I really feel that we're close to that fucking cliff. I don't know how it's going to come around, but I feel that we're close to it. I am not even going to try to read this. Let me see if I can get this. ARFCom Cobra, Cerveza bug was a huge hoax. You never believed it, posting from the Dominican Republic. No, I never believed it. I was saying this earlier to an acquaintance that COVID is real. COVID-19 is real. It's legit. It's like the pneumonia. It's like the flu. What they're doing around it. Let me move this motherfucker back some. Oh, man. Sorry about that messy bed. You ain't supposed to see that. Jordan Peterson would be very upset with me. But what they're doing around COVID is... it's a crime against humanity. Do you see? I'm going to piss some people off with this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Do you see the only people in society right now that are refusing to wear their masks are women? The bitches got the balls. All the dudes are like, no, hold on a second. Let me get my custom fitted Trump 2020 mask on. No disrespect to anybody picking Trump 2020. I'm voting that platform this year anyways. But it's not because of Trump. At least it ain't like Richard Spencer, Mr. Die Hard, Mr. Alt-Right, Mr. Ethno Nation, right? endorsed Joe fucking Biden. Fuck you, idiot. That fucking guy's all over the place. Mr. Forma, SCE, hope you're feeling better. As do we all. Easter Incorporated, hey Hammerhand, what it is old. It is tired. It is cranky. It is getting longer. Look at that clean shit. Oh. Me and Mr. Blue, 1957. Howdy, Hammer. Howdy do, Mr. Me and Mr. Blue. And I fucked that up, but you know what I mean. Chrome Dome Omega. Could we get a pick OU Redone Socrates style? Can we get a pick OU redone Socrates style? Maybe. Yeah, we could do that. I'll tell you what. You've clearly got something in mind. So hit me up at my email. It's Hammerhand, TMM @ProtonMail. Send me the picture you're talking about, and I'll see if I can mimic the picture. Just for fun. BDF, Bridges Don't Fly. Former Force in the house. Is the fucking van gonna roll tonight? I don't know. I hope not, because somebody's gonna get hurt. That's just the way it is. John Doe, how's it hanging, brother? Hammerhand. It's hanging, my friend. Let me get back to my thought on Amy Coney Barrett. This is something that you see everywhere now, is almost the complete exclusion of any help, assistance, or guidance coming from males. Now, I haven't heard her speak about anything. I understand she was confirmed, or chosen. She was chosen for the confirmation process. They've got the numbers. So anything that happens in the House, that happens in the Senate, anybody going after her is just a formality. None of that shit matters. They got the numbers. They're going to confirm her. So that'll be Trump's third pick. Excuse me. Let me close something out here real quick. That'll be Trump's third pick. And that's astounding. That's astounding. He could end up with 5, and there's an outside chance that he could end up with 6. That would be unthinkable to liberals. Unthinkable. With the confirmation of ACB, not RGB, not Ruth Bader Ginsburg. What was her fucking name? I forgot. It's been so long. With the confirmation of ACB, you have a decidedly conservative court. Decidedly conservative. The thing that fucks with me about this woman, congratulations on the family. I hope that they are all raised well, that they're good, respectable children. I hope. Very not conservative when it comes to immigration. And we really need people that are looking at the best interests of this country as far as immigration is concerned. Immigration is a killer. It's a killer for whites, for European stock. Now, bear with me. I know a lot of you get uncomfortable with race talk and racial talk. But this ain't going down a rabbit hole. This is something that everybody knows. White people in this country have lost 30% of their numbers in 50 years. Blacks in this country have stayed the same. Latinos in this country have quadrupled. Do the fucking math. Where do you think that's headed? What do you think's gonna happen? If this has been absolute shit for whites, for European stock coming over here, what has it been for blacks? You lost that #1 coveted minority spot, right? Which I despise the word minority. To me, that's a wedge. That's just something that people use to make other people feel like they're missing out, or that they're smaller, or that they're not as good as. I despise that shit. I hate it. Can't stand it. I wish they would do away with all of that shit. But as long as there are people out there that vote in blocks, like women, like black women, who else? Like Latinos, Oh, fuck. What am I about to say? It's like the only people out there that can be swayed by, any reasonable sense of logic are whites, white women. Oh, man, are we in trouble? This has been a fucking disaster. A disaster for blacks. A disaster. Now they don't even fucking pander to blacks. They have completely abandoned them. So you guys are on your fucking own. Just like us. They'll tell you anything that they need to tell you, though, just to get you there. John Doe. How's it hanging, Brother Hammerhand? It's low and to the left. And unused. Absolutely unused. Mr. Splitfoot Do As I, good to see you. The world is a vampire. I don't know. Is the world a vampire? Is it? I don't know. I think people are kind of fucky, but I think the world is very giving. As the planet. Very giving. Gives us life. Gives us everything that we've got. And then we got to the point where we could stand up and turn a fucking wrench, build a couple of things, and then we've just got to go out and fuck everybody else around us. That's fucked up, ain't it? Hoser D. Hammer. What's up? I finally catch a live stream. Nice to see you in here, Hoser. Hoser D. You know, that name reminds me of something. Hoser. Dozer. Killdozer. Yeah. Rickard Massip. Hope I got that right. The stream with the ginger hamster was fun, but it was breaking up a lot. Yeah. Like I said, man, I think if it's breaking up, it's me. It's on this end. I have gotten fucked out of so many streaming opportunities over the last 2 or 3 months. It really makes my blood boil. Because I want to get on there and do that fucking shit, man. I really do. Easter Incorporated, at Mr. Forma. Yo, Forma, I want a pizza, homie. You're going to have to pay for the pizza, man. It puts a lot of work into that fucking shit. I watch those videos. You know that? I watch those videos. I have worked at every type of pizza restaurant and fast food chain pizza place. All of them. All of them. I did that on and off for 15 years. Lots of fucking work. Tons of work. That is not an easy job, man. When you are getting fucking smashed on that make line, when you've got cold fucking dough, rocks because you didn't proof enough dough, and you got to smash them motherfuckers out. Oh, man. Now you why I've got those. Look at them. Them Javas right there. That's why I have them big fucking forearms. It's for fucking years of smashing out fucking pizza. Did we get bumped? I am doing well, 95th. I am doing well. How about you? You good? I see every notification that you give, man, and drop. We've spoken about this before, but I have such a miserable piece of shit connection. It's not the phone, and I don't really think that it's AT&T. It's just where I'm located out here. I'm kind of in the sticks. So, yeah, when I get the opportunity to drop in on those streams, man, when we get that studio set up and we get it running, I will drop in on those streams. I promise that. You heard it here first. I promised. In the sticks IRL, in the woods, looking at a big buck and listening to some Hammerhand. That could be taken several different ways. How many points? MTL MGTOW, hit that like button. Gentlemen, thank you very much, MTL. I appreciate that. 154 in the box, 78. Hey, 78 Fonzies. I love it. Zool, UFC, one of the last sports with balls. They are coming after him. They're going to try to get Dana White to bend the fucking knee. You watch and see what happens. You'll start having cities and venues that will cancel the UFC events. You'll start having payment processors that will refuse to process pay-per-views. You watch and see. I'm calling that fucking shit right now. You watch and see. We've watched it happen with rightists, with centrists, with fucking mild lefties, with Christians, with conservatives. I know of one leftist that has been knocked off of YouTube. One. In the last 5 years. One. JP, Hammerhand, no rest. You are a machine. Are you Sarah Connor? I want to know because I'm tired. I'm tired. Ah, you fucking bitch. Just die, bitch. No, I'm just playing. Tico Train Red Pill. What's up? What's up, y'all? Sir Tom. Lightning. Hiya, Hammer. What's up, man? Easter Incorporated. Vention kicks ass. Fucking A, he does. Look, anybody that can go through the shit that this man has gone through and want to wake up, you got my fucking respect. You got my respect. You know, you got it. It's there. I'm gonna do the best that I can to try to get Vention on it. At least get Vention on a couple of streams, man. You know, so we can talk about this kind of stuff. And if he feels comfortable enough to talk about what has happened with him here lately, I'm goddamn right that I'll get him on there. And if somebody else don't do it before me. Solitude is profit. Greetings, Hammerhand. What's up, Solitude? How you doing? Mr. Former, look at that beard just wolfing. Good job, Hammer. Oh, man. It's getting there. It's getting there. Had a friend of mine offer to buy me a triple Maduro wrap. And for those of you that don't know what that is an expensive fucking cigar. And I said, brother, I don't smoke. And he says, no, man. No, you gotta give it a shot. You gotta try. And I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that, man. I've smoked half a cigar once in my whole life. And that left my teeth tasting fucked up. He said, yo, I'm gonna send it to you. I said, don't spend no money on me, man. Not like that, because I can't promise you nothing. So he's gonna send it anyways. We'll give it a shot. I might actually make a video about me puffing on a fucking cigar for the first time in 26 years. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Cheers. Andorian Nationalist. Thumbs up, gentlemen. Let's support our brother Hammer. Thank you very much. Lucas Boer. Hammer. What's up, Lucas? How you doing, man? Arf Come Cobra. I don't know. I hope that's the way that you're supposed to say it. A lot of guys disappeared in the military. Yeah, they did, man. A lot of folks disappeared. A lot of folks were declared deceased, and they weren't deceased. I don't know of any recently that have turned up in such a fashion, but yeah, it's something straight out of a fucking movie. Success isn't something that I would wish upon anyone. Pain is your friend. It lets you know you're still alive and can continue the fight. And I guarantee you that you don't want to be that close a friend with pain. And thanks for putting that up there, SCE. I really appreciate that. It sounds like fucking hell. And I hope that they got a really decent morphine drip or Dilaudid or something going in you to help you out. Don't take too much of it, though. Kyle Da Silva, Hammer. Hope you're doing well. We are all going to ascend from here. I think so. Vention MGTOW is in the house. Darn, I'm late. Vention, I hope you're doing good, brother. I really do. I hope that you're doing well. And yeah, man, I'd love to sit down with you when we get things going and we get that studio up and running. I'd love to sit down with you and see if we can talk about what's happening with you and what's going on with you. And you know, you don't have to show anything personal or private. I wouldn't get that far in there. But I've seen that colostomy set up before. And you got to have balls of fucking steel to be willing to go through that. Or, you know, just a tremendous desire to stay alive and see the next day. And I think that a lot of us would say, fuck that, we're not going to do that. I was watching Reverend 20 Piece earlier today. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Vention or Mr. Forma or Reverend 20 Piece, y'all get on over there, man. Give them channels a look and see if it's something that you dig. Man, give them a sub, give them some support, because they're out here talking and balking and giving all the fucking business and the bad vibes to these hoes. And that's all hoes, not just women. That's all of them that are trying to put you in a particular place strap you down, man, and extract. Get that big old sucko-matic and take that fucking money, that pride, your spirit, your emotional well-being. They want it all. They don't want nothing left of your ass when you get chalked up. They want it all. But yeah, I'd love to get in there and check you guys out, check Vincent out with that shit, and let him say what he's got to say, man. I'd love to. Riff Magos, hail, Hammerhand, hail, Riff, you badass blue wrench. And that blue is not a reflection of your character, by the way. I know it's not. Heard your video today, brother. You were having fun with that, man. You were having fun with that. Vincent MGTOW, OOLS, I don't know what that is. O's major lag, major lag, at least here in Mexico. Sorry about that, brother. Sorry about that. Steve LeBlanc, get well, Vincent. JP, Vincent, how are you recuperating? Bikeamec, at guys, let's do a whole stream and give Hammer nothing but dislikes. I'll take it. Every interaction is positivity. You have to look at it that way. You know, if somebody thinks enough of you to try to get your videos flagged or to try to get you thumbs down or try to present you in a negative light, but they're not leaving a comment explaining why, you've already won. You've already won. You can dislike, and I don't think that you feel that way, but I'm just saying in general, you can dislike anything that anybody says, but if you can't provide a cogent point, if you can't debunk what they're saying, they already won. We've already won. We're just watching the fallout. Oh, it's beautiful fallout. It's beautiful. Easter Incorporated, at Vincent MGTOW, that bag of yours is like a championship belt. I'll buy that. Georgia, Red Mud, Hammer. What's up, sir? What's up? MTL MGTOW, feminism is cancer. Yeah, it is. And it has infested and gotten into the vital organs of all females in Western society. All females in Western society. A woman can tell you straight to your face, I'm not a feminist. I don't like feminism. I love me some mans. You going to vote, baby? Yeah, I'm going to be there to vote. If they believe in the vote, they're a feminist. That's what the whole goddamn thing was about. Plain and simple. You know how these dumbasses will approach men that don't study a lot, Mr. Mans? Do you believe in equal rights for men and women? And as soon as you say anything, well, then you're a feminist. That's how they get you, man. They have a well thought out, directional argument. It's well thought out. And they're trying to keep you inside the fucking lines on that argument. But when you start thinking for yourself, it's very easy to bust up anything that they say. Anything that they say. It's very easy to make them look stupid. 3 Jacks, SCE, good attitude. Please take care, man. In the Sticks IRL, big stream, 4 hours, gents. I don't know if we're going to get 4 hours in, man. We're going to get some, that's for sure. Vincent MGTOW, hey, brothers, I'm still alive. How are you doing, SCE? Georgia Red Mud, life is part of the MGTOW conversation. Yeah, man, it is. It is. It is. Of course it is. Cheers. Goddamn right. Riff Magos, I'm not wrong. Regardless of who you vote for, the House always wins. And of course. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I see it in from a slightly different perspective. Let's see. If you vote red, right? Right now, the red platform is all Donald Trump. And it's ironic because he run as a Republican, but he's not really a Republican. You know, he's a business dem. He's a venture capitalist. And he has loyalties to this country and the country's heritage. Now, I've said from the beginning, yes, I'm going to vote for that platform. But can Donald Trump relate to me? No. That's like me trying to relate to an amoeba. and no disrespect to me or the amoeba. But no, there's nothing relatable at all. You're all living, you're all breathing in some fashion. That's about as far as the relation goes between Trump, myself, and an amoeba. Somebody with $4 billion in the bag can't relate to somebody that makes the salary that I make, working the way that I work, doing the things that I do. I'm not going to say that the guy doesn't earn his keep. He just earns it in a different way. But he's also a nationalist. He won't say it, but he's a nationalist, plain and simple. He's a nationalist. He's a strange variety, like a hybrid version of a nationalist. He's done nothing but ever marry immigrants. He doesn't marry Americans. And I guess I get it. I understand why. But he's firmly entrenched in gynocentrism. There's no doubt about that. So it's an interesting duality. It's an interesting twist on gynocentrism. I will be interested to see where that goes. And if any other politicians or businessmen attempt to follow his mold, that they're going to get out there and they're going to cuss, and they're going to bluster. They're going to push their little feathers out a little bit because they see the reaction that it gets. But Trump isn't faking that. Everybody else is faking it. Everybody else, they don't even know what to say. Except we're going to give your country away. We hate your heritage. We endorse stripping white heritage out of this country. Because a lot of this country ain't white anymore. A lot of it's not white. And don't get your feathers in a ruffle, gentlemen, about race and the way that race is played here in this country. That's a fact, And that's not a slap to anybody that's not white. That's just a fact. It's just what it is. And we all have to find ways to kind of work together. They say, I heard many times, MGTOW is not a race. MGTOW is not this, it's not that. I agree with you. It's not. It's a creed. Like the Mandalorian. Let's do it that way. Old Pedro Pascal, he ain't wearing the uniform no more. This apparently is not the way. And then, oh boy, Kit Harington, right? What was it? I misidentified him the other day. It's Jon Snow, not Jon Stone, Jon Snow. I've never watched an episode of Game of Thrones, so I don't know jack shit about it, other than a couple of the leads. Masculine roles. My mama bought me a Polly Pockets and fuck men. Look, this is what you get when you have divorced or irresponsible single mothers raising kids. The effect on boys is going to be horrifying. And it is. It horrifies me to see what happens to little boys when they're raised by single mothers. I always have my own son as an example. He has not gone unaffected. He has not gone unaffected. There are problems, there are issues, and we have to work on the problems and the issues and get them weeded out and get this young man now into a position where he can start to take care of his life. He's 12 and a half years old this year. He'll be 13 in just a few months. And when he turns 13, I'm going to teach him. I'm going to take him out and we're going to learn how to drive. I'm going to teach him how to drive a car at 13. So when he goes and he takes the test, he's going to take it with remarkable confidence, remarkable surety, and he's learning from somebody that has the highest land qualification for a wheeled vehicle anywhere in the world. Oh, yeah. CDL holders, man, they're titans. They are. It's a boring job, It's a monotonous job, but you have a fucking ton of responsibility. Hold on a second. Let me correct that statement. You've got 40 tons of responsibility, 80,000 pounds gross weight. That is a fucking lot. That's a lot of mistake right there. That's a lot of options to do something bad. So he will impress me or he will not get behind the wheel when he's able to. But by the time he reaches permit age, he'll be able to do everything that 21 and 25-year-olds can't do. He will have that situational awareness. We will get rid of these bad habits. He needs, not only do you need situational awareness in life, you need it behind the wheel too. And we're going to work on them both. MTL MGTOW, yeah, right. They won't let you be part of the conversation. They made sure that after banning third-party policies, it's all underground now. I wish I knew exactly what you were referring to on that, sir. And forgive me if I'm not too close on the chat and we're falling back a little bit. 181 in the box. 114 Fonzies. Hey. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Joseph Wolf, 7 kids, but how many fathers? I assume there's some adoptions in there now, because there's a couple of black kids. I think they're Haitian kids. And I don't care if you adopted them, fine, that you adopted them. That's all good. Maybe she just didn't want to have any more kids. Maybe they came across something where she couldn't have any more kids. Maybe she didn't want her body fucking ravaged by birth again. I understand. 7 is a lot to pass through a fucking vagina. 4 is a lot to pass through a vagina, man. It just is. But it's my understanding that it's the same father. That's my understanding. Now, I'm not saying that that's legit. Don't hold me to that. But that was my understanding. I didn't read that there was multiple fathers. But then again, Then again, it would be unlikely that they would put multiple fathers in the bio, because I think that they really do understand how fucked up that looks. Kelly Giddens, howdy Vention, glad to see you here. Yes, sir. Vets Rage, good grief. 7 kids. Yeah, man, 7 kids. Frankly, my dear, hey fellas, always amped when Hammerhand is on. Thank you, sir. So many people would like to watch Hammerhand just drop dead, and just fall out. And then you can watch the fucking stream. You can look at my unmade bed there until YouTube kills the stream. Hey, man, this motherfucker just died on this stream, man. You know how it is. Migtowski, SCE Vention, JP, Tico Trim, Red Pill, SCE, glad to see you in the stream. I am fucking glad that both these men are in the stream, and I'm glad that they're doing well, at least well enough to type. Bridges don't fly. 2 fathers in the house, 120 big old thumbs. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate that. All right, it'll only let me go to MGTOW, Elder Monk, and Pathfinder. What's up, brother, man? Good to see you in here. Good to see you. The B-Team Gaming channel, the whole world's on fire, and I feel like a spectator. Bro, you ain't fucking kidding. You ain't kidding. There's so much shit going on. So much shit. Edison Dos Reis, this is true. Cryptic Leo, shit, all cities, I think that's what that's supposed to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. JP, Michael McKinney. I don't know who you're directing that to, sir. Cryptic Leo, it's all a lie. Well, a lot of it is, but when people are being murdered and burned down with Molotov cocktails, and they're going through roadblocks. We saw this one last night or night before last in Los Angeles. These people in a Prius pushed through these gangs of thugs that were blocking off intersections, and they had 2 pursuit vehicles actually run these motherfuckers down, cause an accident, try to rip them out of the fucking car. They get away, and then the cops have these people pulled over down the road with guns drawn on them, walking them back to the fucking police car after they were just victimized. These police are not your friends, gentlemen. I'm trying to tell you this. I'm not saying that you got to go out and you got to hard stare them. You got to give them the side eye every time you see them. What I'm saying is that this nonsense that these people put together, these PR programs, this marketing shit, this for the people crap, to serve and protect. Get the fuck out of here. They don't serve and protect you, man. They enforce the law. You see? Lawyers. It's in their goddamn name. They peddle for the law. When a lawyer gets you an award, when you hire a lawyer and the lawyer says, well, you know, we got X amount of dollars for such and such. What that lawyer did was they took that person, the plaintiff, and they used them to find and exploit a loophole. And then the loophole is closed. Every victory is a closed door for future gain. Plain and simple. And not just gain, not just a monetary settlement, but for a future avenue to rectify a problem. Every single victory in the legal system, when these people are touting how much money that they make, is a way to close off a future avenue to get squared away when you're wronged. They've done it so effectively in states like Florida with medical malpractice, it's impossible to sue somebody for medical malpractice in Florida. They've bought off everybody and closed every loophole. You get put on the fucking table in Florida, anywhere inside those borders, and you get slabbed up, oh well. I mean, they basically have to take you in for an appendectomy and cut your fucking leg off before you can sue for medical malpractice now. That's how they do business. Terrible shit. Mr. Man, most don't realize they are feminists. No, the fuck they don't. Cryptic Leo, 1918. I would like you to clarify that, sir. What exactly are you pointing out with 1918? Maybe I'm just missing it. Zool, large chunk of feminism is pure inferiority complex. You ain't wrong. You are not wrong when you say that. I mean, think about this now. If you have to hamstring part of the population, whether it's through physical intimidation, whether it's through legal constraint, in order to get this perceived equality, this perceived lack of equity straightened out, right? You aren't promoting either equality or equity. You're promoting tyranny. Women amongst women are equal. Men amongst men are equal. Men and women in the eyes of the law are not equal. Not equal. Most of these laws that have been fronted since the early 70s, late 60s and early 70s by people like Catherine McKinnon or motherfuckers in the liberal Congress or the liberal Senate or the liberal presidency, wherever it is, wherever it's fronted, wherever it happens, these laws that were on the books to distribute accountability and agency to men and women have either been struck or they have been gender neutral, where the gender was not specified in these particular laws, or the female accountability was completely removed and directed towards the man. And all of this shit was being done undercover. Nobody knew about any of it until people started getting hit with it and bit by it. It's really slimy, shady shit. Really slimy. Edison dos Reis. Yes, women shouldn't vote. Repeal the 19th Amendment. I'm going to say it again. Repeal the 19th Amendment. History, gentlemen, history is replete with examples of what happens when this type of nonsense, this liberal, very, very liberal, progressive attitude on male societies that are built by men is extended to women. They don't think like us. They goddamn sure don't vote like us. And that's why we have the problems that we have. It's not all the reason, but it's a huge reason. It's a huge reason why we have the issues that we have. 178 in the box, 126 thumbs, Fonzie's A. No Sweetheart revamped. Throwing bombs at men. Goddamn right they are. MGTOW, Elder Monk, and Pathfinder at the B team. Time to buy popcorn, movies, and ammo. It's almost showtime. I think that you're not wrong. I think you're not wrong. Let me tell you something. I don't wish to walk outside of my front door. Let me push this motherfucker back here. Oh, man. I don't wish to walk outside of my front door, shuck them fucking shells in there, and start blasting on people. It's not what I want. It's not what I want to do. I don't think that it helps anybody to have to kill people that are standing in your path. But I don't see how we avoid it. From this point, I don't see how we avoid that. How do we get past this? How do we figure this out? I mean, look at every dynamic that we have right now. Whites don't want to talk to nobody. Blacks don't want to talk to nobody. And I'm saying in general, and especially in the power structure, right? Men don't want to talk to nobody. Women don't want to talk to nobody. This country don't want to talk to that country. We're really fucked up right now. Exceptionally dysfunctional. Very dysfunctional. And this didn't happen 4 years ago on an escalator ride, by the way. It didn't happen during the Obama administration. It's been going on for 100 years. At least 100 years. And these people that know about this, they know what's going on, but they can't say no to the money that's being thrown in their faces. They've been kicking the fucking can down the road for generations. For generations. They've allowed this type of influence to influence our laws, to influence our societies. It's terrible shit. Terrible shit. Vincent Migtowski, I'm going to get a PET scan. I don't know what that is. As soon as I can get it scheduled. I left myself an extra 10 days here so I can get the scan and then see if I can get the liver tumors cooked out. Oh, I got you. Okay. Cryptic Leo, until you mention circumcision. What? What's that you say? Male penis mutilation? Yeah. Cryptic Leo, at which point you tell them it's their turn to get cut up. Yeah, and they're not going to listen to you. And you know how many people think that circumcision is normal? The vast majority of people think that cutting up a brand new baby's little parts is fucking normal, that it's acceptable. Oh, you don't want him to get no infection. Rough shit. And I'll tell you right now that the origins of that are from the small hat gang. That's where the origins for circumcision come from. Fucking terrible shit. Reviled, terrible shit. MGTOW, Elder Monk and Pathfinder. At Vincent MGTOW, greetings to you, MGTOW to you, brother. Greeting you. BDF, bridges don't fly. At Leo, when they have to sign up, but that will never happen. No, of course it won't. Michael McKinney, women already have equality. If anything, they have unfair advantages. Well, the first part of your statement is slightly incorrect, and the last part of your statement doesn't go far enough. Women have outright extreme severe advantages when it comes to certain aspects of life, especially reproductive aspects of life. You see, men kind of hold the cards. Even though a lot of them don't believe that, men kind of hold the cards going into a relationship. At varying stages of life, it differs. But you can kind of make your own way and do your own fucking thing. The second that she gets impregnated with your life-giving seed, it's on. And it's over for you. It's over. Any discussion about keeping the baby or not keeping the baby has nothing to do with you. It's pretty funny, and it's tragic, and it's horrifying. How excited could you be to have a baby and to have a family, and then have somebody tell you, no, I didn't really want to get pregnant, so I'm going to kill this kid. I'm going to kill this kid of yours. Except they don't say kill, and they don't say murder. And they don't treat it the way that it should be treated because they have been indoctrinated and brainwashed to believe, oh, it's just a little clump, just a couple cells. No, it's nothing. A heartbeat? No, fuck that. Nah. You know, by that logic, you can just look at them and call them a couple of cells. You mean you feel pain? Who cares? So what? You're just a couple of cells. Give her the fucking business. I'm not suggesting that you do that, but I understand when it happens. It's funny how your perspective on things can be changed going down the road, looking at the way that some people do business with other people. I've said this many times, I used to look very badly on men that committed suicide. I really regret that frame of mind. It embarrasses me now that I felt that way. Because until you get put in their position, until you walk a mile in their shoes, you don't understand what was going on. And I don't begrudge any man now that feels like he has to take his life. I would discourage it. I would tell him not to. I would say, just go to sleep, man. You know, drink a cup of milk and go to fucking bed and get up in the morning, and maybe things will change enough for you to see the value of your life. But that's the situation that you and I and everybody are in now. And we got put there. We didn't ask for it. We didn't want it. We didn't fucking vote on it. We got put there. We got put there by legislators, lawmakers, and rabid feminists. And that all started with the vote. So when somebody tells me that they support the vote, but they're not a feminist, I kindly remind them of what a fucking moron they are and how stupid they sound. I get shit from people about Daisy Cousins. I give Daisy Cousins a lot of shit because she deserves it. I think she's a piece of dog shit. But she'll tell you straight, I'm not a feminist. I go and do my little thing, Magtow. Be gone. And then all of the fucking knights will jump in there when I say something, and they'll say, hey, what are you messing with her for? Huh? What's your problem? You're just jealous and fat and bald. You can't get a date. Are you a virgin? You know, with your 2 kids and your thousands and thousands of pussy holes around your dick, you must be a virgin, right? Right on. It's a standard programmed response. I give people like Beate Chillette shit all day long because they deserve it. Beate Chillette. Daisy Cousins. I'm not a feminist. And she'll go on Sky News and talking about she believes in, you know, voting and women's rights. And women had it much better when the 19th Amendment was not here. Do you know how bitter and nasty and shitty women are today and why? It's not because of me. It's not because of men. It's not because of men at large. It's because of them. And you got what you fucking got. You got what you fought for. My ass. You got none of the responsibility that went with the fucking decision. And you got all of the indemnity. You got the gibs. You got the perks. But you got all the other shit too. You see? They didn't want that. They want to look at feminism like it's a buffet. I'm going to take a little bit of that and take a little bit of that. And oh, fuck. Mandatory military service. No, we're going to put that back. We don't want that. Oh, shit. Giving him the right to choose to see if I can get to carry that baby. No, we don't want that fucking shit either. No. Everything is a scam, man. Everything's a scam. Everything has to do with somebody being played against somebody else and being a shit fucking human being. And that sucks. It sucks that people are like that. But it is what it is. Excuse me, gentlemen. Zool. Trump is an anomaly. He's more than an anomaly. I agree with you, but he's more than an anomaly. Like I've said many times, he wasn't invited to the party. He crashed. And then the voters installed him. You see, the voters saw something. I think the Democrats saw it too. You know, the voters saw outsider, Maverick. The Democrats saw outsider, Maverick. People that tell me that the voting system is rigged have a point, but only to a point. If it was so rigged, this guy wouldn't be in office. They wouldn't be going through this fucking shit now. If it was as bad as they said it was. Can it get that bad? I think we're about to find out. I really do. But I saw a meme the other day. Well, actually not the other day, but like months ago. And it's got 2 cows. And it's got 2 chutes. And it's got a big wall that says Republican, Democrat, and then on the wall back there, both of those chutes lead to the slaughterhouse. It's very appropriate. And it's very true. I've said this many times. We don't vote in two ways. We don't. You're not going to take 330, 350-ish million people and condense that down to two thoughts, to two lines of thought. You're not. This country is ready for coalition forces, coalition parties, a lot like England does business, Ireland, Scotland. I would go farther than that, and I would say that this country's probably ready to govern itself, but looking at the way that people handle business when they have disagreements, I'd say that we're not there yet. We're probably a good couple of 100 years, away from that. Excuse me. People are just inundated and brainwashed to such a point, to such an extent that they can't really govern themselves. Individually, I think they can. When you start getting together with groups and you have minor variances in opinion, and they start to become very exploitable differences in opinion, and it turns into violence, I don't think that we're there yet. Not even close. 187 in the box, man. 137 Fonzies. Thank you. Let me get back into this chat. It's highway time. Hammer, do you still follow Hard-Hitting Health Truth J on BitChute? Yes, I do. And that motherfucker has been doling out red pills like they're on sale. Oh, let me tell you something about Hard-Hitting Health Truth J. If you don't want to hear somebody and their really unfiltered opinions, don't go there. And then don't give me shit because I listen to them, because I listen to everybody. I listen to channels where they're calling for white death 24/7. So I listen to everything. So I don't want to hear no bullshit about me listening to Triple H, TJ. Yeah, I still do follow him, as a matter of fact. I follow quite a few folks over there. Zool, and he was calling out fucking MGTOW like crazy a couple of nights ago. You guys, I posted that link in my community tab. So he's got points. The language is coarse, okay? But it's language, and I'm not afraid of fucking words. I'm not afraid of words. I'm not afraid to say anything or do anything language-wise. I think you already know that. So, yeah, you ought to get over there and give him a little look, RCJ72, Marla Maples was an immigrant. No, man, I forgot about Marla Maples. That was the last American chick that he had anything to do with, right? No, she was in between Ivana, and the current first lady. If there was anybody else I didn't know about him. No, she was not. She was American. Cryptic Leo. Word of advice to the men with wives, women, etc. Watch your cell phones. They take the SIM out and do the forgot my password in order to gain access. Change it, reinstall your SIM, and sign you back in. Now that's some fucking slimy shit right there, boy. And I've also heard that there's a tracking program. All they need to do is get on your phone for 60 seconds. And if they know where to go, they can go get this tracking program, install it, and then hide the fucking thing, hide the app, lock, stock, and barrel, and then access it through their phone. Be very careful where you leave your cell phones, where you leave anything that has your identifiers in it. Do not leave your shit around bitches because they'll tell you all day that they trust you. I love you, baby. You want to go have some children together? Sure, it's great. And as soon as you go in the shower, they're like, ooh, 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 and they're fucking your shit up and they're spying on you. Plain and simple. Don't let that happen to yourself. Edson Dos Res. Yeah, Trump is gynocentric, but he is the best option. When you have a shit sandwich and a soggy shit sandwich, which one are you going to bite down on? If you believe in voting, you don't have to vote. You don't have to make a choice. I would rather make the choice than give the soggy shit sandwich brigade the opportunity to ruin every fucking thing that I've ever worked for. We're on the road to ruination anyways, but I'd like to delay it as much as possible. $1 Marla Maples is American. Yes, she is. Cryptic Leo, you'll never know until you get signed out. That's true. And I see that shit. You'll see that shit on your computer. If you've got a tower or if you've got a laptop, you've been doing your thing, you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook, and hey, it's all great. You close that motherfucker and you say, you check the little box. Remember me. Remember this device. Remember my password. And then all of a sudden you get a prompt for your password. Don't fill in the prompt. Wait a little bit. Check to see the activity on your computer. Don't fill out the prompt. Mr. Man, Trump is an original personality. Yeah, I agree with you. JP Cryptic, didn't know. Cryptic Leo, uninstall Google Play services to get rid of the COVID notification shit in Google services under settings. Let me tell you what I did the other day. I went on Fuckbook and I deleted all of the fact checkers that were looking at my posts. You can put in the search bar how to delete fact checkers. I deleted 72 fact checkers. 72 fact checkers. You know what the fuck that's about. You know what that's about. Cryptic Leo is making an amendment to that statement. Google Play Services updates. Sorry, that's fine, brother. That's fine. Edison Dores. It's used to be completely non-white at one point. Oh, well, that's how it goes. This is true. This is true. It was. It was Asian. Very Asian. People don't understand that the American Indian is a distant relative to Asians. They don't understand that. I don't know how the fuck they don't understand that, but they don't. 201 in the box. Oh, gentlemen. Oh, man, my fucking face is melting off with gratitude. 151 fun going into Sunday night with this grizzled old fuck. Zool. MGTOW is men's nature correcting itself in a twisted society. I'll tell you what else MGTOW is. MGTOW is being recognized now as the leading threat to feminism. Is it a threat to gynocentrism? I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet. You need 100 million men the world over to start observing personal responsibility. And personal responsibility for a man that's been raised in gynocentrism is a hell of a thing to try to acquire. There's not many people out there like myself, any of the content producers that you see in this stream or other streams that are willing to take all of the arrows, the slings, the barbs, the character assassination. They're not willing to do that. Even fewer are willing to show their face, to put a face to the name, to put an identity to MGTOW. And then, on top of all of that, you have all of the females, all of the rabid feminists, all of the leftists, all of the liberals, all of the PUAs, all of the simps and the cucks, the gyno cucks, the trad cucks. Everybody is going to come after you. Everybody. But that should show you something. It should show you that the message is so strong and so powerful that these people have to align against you. This entire world is engaged in the practice of usury. They spruce it up. They paint it as something else. They say that it's not really this. Oh, you must be mistaken, sir. But this entire world is engaged in the practice of usury, no matter where you go. So when you decide that you're going to disengage yourself from that, they will act very much like crabs in a bucket and try to drag your ass back down in. You've seen that escaping crab, the one that's on top. That motherfucker's like, oh man, them little eyeballs pop out. I'm almost there, bitches. And you see them claws come up all over this bitch and pull him back in. And he's like, fuck. I was almost there. Well, fuck it. I'll just sit here in this bucket of crabs. We'll just shit on each other for a while and maybe we won't get eaten. Terrible shit. Andrew Briggs. I've been living in Southeast Asia for the past 3.5 years. Congratulations. I hope that it's working. I love my life, but to be honest, I'll never go back to live in America because the people in America are just becoming nastier every day. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. In 16, when I voted, I stuck that little I voted sticker right under my eyes. I took a nice picture of it. I was fucking tired and I'm smiling. I voted, right? And everybody knows who I voted for. I made no secret about, I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for the platform that he was running on. And I'm going to do it again, plain and simple, because the platform hasn't changed and he's accomplished quite a bit. No matter how you think about that, he's accomplished a lot. Given the people that have stacked up against him, the world governments, all of the security agencies, everything that has gone against this guy, he's accomplished quite a bit. Quite a bit. Very smart guy. I don't care if he's lost 4 businesses and filed for bankruptcy. He's still got $4 billion fucking dollars. You know what I'm saying? Not taking a salary, donating his salary to charities. Give me a fucking break. Decent enough human, but still gynocentric as fuck. I lost 50, maybe 60 friends. Friends, not acquaintances, but people that would come to me, private message me and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? How could you possibly vote for this guy? What's wrong? Pearl clutchers. Never seen it in my life. And those people have never spoken to me again. Never. And that's cool with me. I am prepared to lose everyone and everything to follow the life that I want. That's a very... Sorry about that, gents. All of these hangers on, all of these coattail riders, all of them will fall by the wayside with being in your own head. You better get real comfortable with that. Because these folks out here, they're going to do everything in their power to get you to come over to their side. And it's a shame that you have to say that it's a side. You would feel that it would be for the betterment of humanity. But we have clear issues, clear ideological differences. You know, I follow a philosophy. I follow it by choice. It was not foisted upon me. I looked at that. I read it. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. And I did it. I'd be a monk for 10 years, 11 years, going on 11 years now. 11 years. I like that. I'm proud of that. That's something for me to stick my fucking chest out about, you know? I don't advertise it. Well, not to anybody but you. You know what I'm saying? 209 in the box. 160 thumbs. Fonzie thumbs. Mr. Splitfoot, do as I do. Feminism started as a war on men, not as a campaign for equality. We were supposed to be eliminated. Reference the Scum Manifesto by Valerie Solanos. Check out American Horror Story Season 7. Do you know who Valerie Solanos is? Or are you just quoting that? Valerie Solanos is the feminist that shot and attempted to murder Andy Warhol. And she is also the one that wrote the Scum Manifesto. You know, and Scum is an acronym, by the way. I'll let you look it up and you can figure it out from there. No, Sweetheart Revamped. Fighting for my son now. Thumbs up, thumbs up. If you did or did not follow this channel, my last channel before it was shit canned, my big channel, the 2 after that, they caught me right away and just said fuck you, and they were gone. But if you followed this channel, me, at any point in time while I was going through the shit that I was going through trying to get my son, then you understand that it's not going to be an easy journey. But you also understand that it can be done. It can be done. You see, the system that they have in place, it's a house of cards. It's meant to intimidate you. It's meant to stop you from challenging them. Most people look and they see lawyers, judges, all of these people. I looked at enemies. I looked at people that were intentionally fucking my life up. And they were doing it with my permission, with complicity. And that pissed me off. That made me mad. So I learned what I had to learn, and I got out from under it. I got away from it. I pay no Title 4D extortion money to anyone. I have full custody of my son. I take care of my son. I love my son. And I'm going to get him out of that gynocentrism that has been installed in him. He's learning. He's getting there. We've got a couple of issues to kind of iron out, but he's getting there. He's a good kid. And you will have the same success. I would refer you to a few folks, but not here. Hit me up at my email, Hammerhand, TMM@protonmail.com, if you choose to. And I will give you some links and some references, and I will refer you to people that train people like you in the art of war. When it comes to destroying these cocksuckers that have placed these bonds and these chains on you, I will help you, sir. I will help you. And good luck in your fight and your pursuit. I can't even fucking read that. Decheneman? I hope that's right. Decheneman? But what about the incelosphere? What about them? I don't have any problems with people that ID themselves as incels. Now, you know me enough to know that I've always said, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. It's like people that come at you with the pink pill, the white pill, the black pill. I don't believe in all of that clutter. It's clutter. It's a very simple choice. What do you want to be? You want to be over here with the normies? With them blue pills? You want to give your fucking life away? Your productivity? You want to give all of that away for you? Or do you want to go over here with all these red pillars? Don't misunderstand me when I say this. There's a lot of fake red pillars out here. A lot. There's a lot of motherfuckers that are running cover for gynocentrism. They're head faking the shit out of a lot of guys. But these guys, they're waking up to that shit. I get comments every single day. Every day. Not one, not two, more than 10 every day. About guys that are saying, you know, I was following that dude. I was following that group. And the things that they were saying sounded just like these fuckers over here in blue pill land. So how are they different? They're not. They're just telling you that they're different. They found a way to monetize you. And they want that money to keep coming. Now, I did go set up a PayPal. I did. And I put the link in my community tab. But I also made the promise and the guarantee that anything that's given to that PayPal is going to get turned into the studio. And when the studio's done, it's going to be put out there for men. I will find men. There's fucking tons of them on street corners out here, suffering. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to film them. I'm going to say, look, man, I want to help you out. I want to give you a couple of things, but I need to give something back to the audience that supplied this to you. Do you agree? If they agree, I'm going to film it. I'm going to put it out here. And I'm going to start these chronicles. And I'm going to show you these men. And I'm going to pay these men. And that's where the money that I collect goes. Full transparency, just so that you know. 200 in the box. 168 ease. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. And let me get on that, the incelosphere, incels in particular. Sandman, I said this last week in one of my streams. Sandman just did a deal, Face and LMS. You can go to Sandman's channel. It's a 2.5 hour conversation with some pretty heavy representatives of the incel community. Pretty heavy representation. So one of the biggest in MGTOW, if not the biggest, and the biggest in the incel community, are sitting down and having a real good conversation. I listened to every minute of it. I thought it was fantastic. Loved it. And I would recommend that you do the same. I see no separation there. None. Just a different set of circumstances. And as far as the separation that I talk about here between red pill and MGTOW, I feel that that's getting bigger. Is red pill still a gateway to MGTOW, to monk? Yeah, I agree. But I think that men, let me take that back. I know that when men come into red pill and their eyes start to fucking bug out and it sets their fucking brain cells on fire and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know this. I didn't see this. It fits everything that's been going through, that's been going on in my life. And then what? Then they start to hear that same old humdrum shit. Give me this. Give me that. Go make yourself a better man for that woman that you say that you want. When I hear that, I laugh. I laugh out loud. You don't have to have all of this to be a man. You have to have all of this to be a man. You have to be willing to remove yourself from usury. If you're not willing to do that, you haven't changed anything. All you did was change the flavor of ice cream, but you're still eating ice cream. You know, you haven't switched anything up. Nothing. 1.5 hours, almost, listening to this old demented fuck. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you very much. JP, the partner's resetting your mobile password. Good to know. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Kelly Giddens, Andrew Briggs, I agree with you. Bridges don't fly. Young men need male, proper mentors. I agree. And I am sure that there is a difference of opinion on what proper means there. I think that could be a very wide interpretation. And I also think, unfortunately, there will be lots of creepy cocksuckers out there, the red pill, that are finding MGTOW. And that's one of the reasons that I came back to this platform. I didn't get nearly as much resistance as I thought I was going to get. I won't say a promise, but when I give my word, I try to always abide by my word and try to always do what I said I was going to do and stick to it. This is one of the very few instances where I did not. But I'm not unhappy or embarrassed or ashamed to have come back here and try to flag men away from bullshit. This being the largest video audio streaming service in the world, we are needed here. So I'll bite down on a little bit of that pride that I was puffing out when I left, and I'll come back here and I'll take care of business. And that's what it was all about. And I lost sight of that. I shouldn't have left here to begin with. When they canceled the fucking channel, the second and the third channels, I should have just made a fourth and come on back. But now that this is being populated some more, I've had a few people ask me, I say, well, you're not uploading on BitChute anymore. You're not uploading on MGTOW TV anymore. I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. This channel right here, as soon as it gets populated, 50 videos-ish, I think we're close. I think we're close to 50. I'm going to start uploading to all 3 platforms every time I do a video now. Everything goes to all 3 platforms, plain and simple, just so that we can make the awareness, the footprint a little bit bigger. MGTOW, Elder Monk and Pathfinder at NSR, greetings. Crypto Leo, Mr. Splitfoot, finally, someone else said it, thank God. AP 530, sons in a household where mothers run the house and husband is a simp does damage to the sons too. Yeah, it does, but you don't pick up on that damage for years, sometimes decades down the road. You have to have balance. You see, if you go by the old ways, the woman is accountable to the man is accountable to God. When Bolshevism, Marxism, and communism come along, the first 2 things that they remove are what? God and family. Now, I'm not overly religious, but it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. You have to be humble. You have to have the ability to have some shame. And I really think that these things are being denigrated to the point where they don't matter anymore. And that's why it's up to the individual now to make it matter. To make it matter. You don't have to go and embrace Scripture and learn the Bible verbatim, word for word, but you absolutely should read it at least once. at least once. Get a good audio version of the Bible, not the modern one. Not the modern one. You don't want the one where all the shit's been changed out. Mr. Man, your son is very fortunate to have you. I feel that he is, and I'm very fortunate to have him. I didn't know what real true love and sacrifice was until my kids came along. I was sacrificing heavily when my daughter came into the picture. And then when my son came around, the sacrifice became greater. I won't tell you, any of you, that it was awesome all the time, that it was incredible all the time, but there were little payoffs here and there. Taking that first step, learning how to eat without choking, getting off of a bottle and going to straws, and then getting out of sippy cups and then going to regular cups. And the first time that my daughter and my son said dad, and they both said dad first. Oh yeah. I taught them both how to walk. They were both walking before they were 6 months old. A lot of people are like, oh, no, that's bullshit. No, that's not bullshit. My kids, my daughter and my son never crawled. I would pick them up, up under their arms, and I would walk them everywhere. I'd be hunched down and I'd be walking them everywhere. And I'd get them used to the idea of their legs kicking out. And then I'd let them set some weight on their legs. And then we'd do the other one. And then we'd do the other. I did that hundreds of times. And these kids never crawled. I was there when both of them took their first steps. I've taken thousands of pictures of my kids through every year of life on their mother. When you're 14, as she was when she decided to jet, you have some responsibility in that. Now, my heart's not cold for her. I didn't throw up no brick wall and say, fuck you, never come back. I didn't do any of that. If she makes the choice down the road, I will be open to it. But I will be guarded because I know what she's going through right now. I know the process of indoctrination she's going through right now. And it's not going to be easy for her to shake. So I won't be a mark. I won't be a sucker. But if she wants to come around and have a go at talking through some of it, I'll be here. But it has definitely changed the way that I perceive her. Absolutely. And my son was smart enough not to fall for that shit. And I was dogged enough and determined enough to get him. And I got him. And fuck anybody that says you shouldn't do that. I understand extenuating circumstances. I do. And I support that man saving his life. I support that man every fucking day, every time. But if there's a way for you to get a hold of your kids and get them out of that hell, in my opinion, you're obligated to it. That's just an opinion. So don't be mad at me. Don't throw me no slings and arrows. I got enough. I got enough. Cryptic Leo, I started a petition to rid us of it and the cut. I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it. No, sweetheart, revamped at MGTOW Elder. Salute to you, brother. Vention MGTOW. Own group preference is strong with women, stronger with women than it is with anybody, with anyone. Fact, proven. So I accept that as permission to do the same. Very smart man. I draw the line at sabotaging someone due to racial reasons. I do as well. I don't advocate sabotage of anyone on any grounds. On any grounds. Unless, of course, it is to save your kids from somebody that's a complete fuck up. Then I advocate anything by any means necessary. These people have singled out your kids, your children, the youth of this country to sabotage them, to make them hate their heritage, their country, where they came from, their parents. I absolutely endorse sabotaging those cocksuckers. Any way you can. Get your kids. Get your kids. If you can. Michael McKinney, single mothers are pox, like chicken pox on society. My mother just dumped me on my grandmother. I needed a father figure. There are a lot of men, more than I can count, over the years here since I've been doing this that have said exactly that. And they find their father figures anywhere that they can find them. Be careful who you look to as a father figure. Be careful. Be careful. These men, whether they're 10, 20, or 30 years older than you, they still have to battle through life. They still have to fight their own issues and fight their own battles. And that's never going to be easy for these guys. It's never easy. So they've got their own shit to deal with, plus the expectation of these hundreds and thousands of young men that are looking at them in that same way. Just be careful. Be understanding. Be understanding. We need more of that now than we ever have. Trust me when I tell you, these men are trying to help you. Sometimes, if you approach one of them out here and they seem to be a little short or a little less than responsive, cut them some slack, because you're probably not the only one that's approaching them. And that comes from my own experience dealing with this. I got more than I ever expected to get as far as correspondence is concerned. I communicate with hundreds of men on a regular basis that are just trying to work through shit, that are just trying to work through things, you know? And that's a regular thing. That's why I'm always handing that email out so that people can get to me when they need to just let off, when they need to get the venting going. I'm there. And there's hundreds of content producers out here that are there for the same thing. Just keep in mind that these men do have their own issues. So if it takes them a moment to get back to you, be understanding of that. If they happen to miss, they got a lot of stuff on their plate most of the time. Excuse me. Edison dos Reyes. Fathers are needed. I can never read this shit. D. Chinnaman. Where's your pal, Howard Dare? I don't know. Has he been making content? Has he been making videos? I thought that he started the channel back up, right? That's what I thought. Somebody got on me the other day and started giving me the fucking shit about recommending Howard again. Said he was married. He can't be a fucking MGTOW while he's married. I said, I understand that. I don't think I've ever heard Howard dare refer to himself as a MGTOW. I could be wrong about that. And if I'm wrong, please point it out and please let me know. But the motherfucker drops red pills by the dozens. You know? By the dozens. If he is married currently and he is saying he is a MGTOW, obviously that's a non-starter, right? That's a no-go. You can't be married and be a MGTOW. You can't preach getting free of usury while engaging in it. It doesn't make any sense, and it's clear that it doesn't make any sense. But every time I've heard him open a video, it's, hello, men. Hello, MGTOW. And then he gets into his thing. He doesn't say, hi, I'm Howard, the MGTOW Dare. Never heard that. Never heard that. Like I said, I could be wrong. I haven't listened to every single thing that he's done. I could be wrong. Point it out to me. Send it to me in the email. Hammerhand, TMM, @ProtonMail. If I'm wrong, send me those receipts. I want to see them. Scotial, @Andrew Briggs. You're an English teacher, ? Cryptic Leo, if you need guidance, I'm at cryptic@yandex.com. Thank you, Cryptic. That's very, very generous of you. Very nice. Mr. Man, Howard is to learn. How hard is it to learn to drive a big truck? It is different. I won't say hard, but going to these schools where they give you like 2 weeks to get the very basics down, I don't think is enough time. I don't think it's enough time. But they give you the 2 weeks, and if you're not there, they give you 1 more week to get it down. And if you can't get it passed, you lose all of the money that you put in. 9 times out of 10 out of these schools. It would be, if you're a quick learner and you're a good study and you're all about learning that shit while you're in there, I think that you can do it. That's how I was when I went in and learned how to drive those trucks. Is it hard? There are aspects of it that are daunting. The size of the vehicle inside the normal drive lane is a lot different. It's a lot different. You will start off, when you start learning, you'll have a trailer everywhere that you go. That's the nature of the business. A lot of people would want to start off bobtailing, right? With no trailer, just the tractor, so that they can get down the road and they can get a feel for it. But the chances of you doing that out there working for a company are slim and none. They want to maximize their profits. They want to maximize their losses, or minimize their losses, excuse me. So they're going to have a trailer on the back of your truck everywhere you go. Every time you pull into a place, every time you pull out of a place, you'll do a drop and hook. You know, wherever you got to go to a yard to get a trailer, you'll hardly ever, never run around with just a tractor. I hope that answers the question a little bit. Is it hard? When you first start out, most places want you to drive with a team. They want you and somebody else in that truck. Most places require a minimum of 6 months to a year for you to go solo, for you to get your own route and not be bothered fucking around with a team driver. That being said, it has been more than worth it for me. I did not like the team driver situation. It's very difficult to trust somebody when they're driving and you're going down the road at whatever speed you're going down the road at, and your cab is fucking shaking and all the fucking road noise is in there. It's hard to sleep. It's very difficult to sleep. Asymmetrical manner. The hardest part of that truck, of driving that truck, in my opinion, is learning how to gauge how the truck feels when you're under 20,000 pounds, when you're over 50,000 pounds. That's different. It feels different. It floats, it floats because everything is on air suspension now. Hardly any of those old ass steel suspension dog boxes are out there anymore. So you have things to learn. And if you're a quick study, you can make a good living at driving a truck. I hope that answers the question. You're going to have to learn how to look behind you and look towards the corners of the backs of your trailers. Learning how to use your mirrors on the front, on the nose of the truck and the doors is paramount. You have to learn how to use those mirrors. You don't have a rear view mirror. We don't use rear view mirrors. We use our optical systems on the truck in a very different way than a passenger vehicle would be used. So I hope that answers the question. I wouldn't want to turn you off of it or intimidate you out of the business. They need drivers like fucking crazy, and they will until something different happens with the business. Plain and simple. Once you have a CDL, an A, you have a job anywhere. You'll never be out of work. Unless, of course, you want to be out of work or you're incredibly fucking difficult to deal with. Then you'll be out of work. But I think it's a good way to go. It's a good way to proceed. And if I could give you any piece of advice going forward, if you intend to go to one of these schools, find out what the cost of the school is, pay for it up front. Do not take out fucking loans. Do not engage in credit. Don't. Because if you have a few bad weeks while you're out on the road learning your craft and learning your skill and learning your trade, you're going to get behind immediately. And if you have to start taking fucking comp checks from the company, you're fucked. Pay for your schooling up front, all of it. Don't take any credit, don't take any financing, don't take any loans. Typically it's $3,000 to $5,000. It's not hard to save up $3,000, even if you have a ham and egg job. It's not hard. Vincent MGTOW, yeah, I still have my CDL from my mechanic career. I prefer fixing them over driving them though. Yeah, I do both. I did heavy line mechanics for some time. I didn't do diesel, but heavy line auto mechanics. I could do anything automotive, anything. MGTOW, Elder Monk, and Pathfinder at D Chinaman. Okay, no fucking shit. D Chinaman. I have no issues with incels. They just need to move on. I agree. I don't think that people should be wallowing in the idea that I'll never get a woman. I'll never kiss this chick. I'm so infatuated or in love with this person that I'm willing to give them everything and they don't even see me, and then make that a point of contention for how you move forward in life? No, that's programming that's speaking to you. That's the pressure that is being applied to these people through media to make them go out there and feel this way. This all comes down to feelings. Now, I'm not going to tell you that biological drive doesn't have something to do with it. Of course it does. It does. But these guys have to be strong enough and smart enough to get the fuck out there and start living their life. If the woman thing is not working out, either you're not desirable or you have no confidence, whatever it is, you don't let this one thing outweigh the entirety of life and the scope of life. That's insane. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. If these women out here don't recognize you as a benefit to them, fuck them. And I don't mean literally. I don't touch them. I don't fuck with them at all, unless I have to. You know, I told you about the one broad that I talked to at one of my stops. But like I said, we're under cameras in lit, populated area. Ain't nothing going down there. Yes, they can always say something. Always. Then you can come back and say, look, you know, there's 85 fucking cameras here, and your office is mic'd up. I know it is. So you just go ahead and pull your stuff up and review it instead of the fucking company over a bumper sticker. I didn't think it was a good idea, because I think that the bumper sticker alone by itself is provocative enough to get people's cars fucked up because of the deranged mentality that these fucking fools have out here. So no, it wasn't a good idea. Did it require all of that? No. Nummies. RJC72, mad props to CDL drivers. That's a whole level of pressure only a select few can deal with. I agree with you. I don't think that driving is nearly as physical as it is mental. Yes, you have to learn certain disciplines, and yes, you have to be able to pull your fifth wheel, you know, and yes, you got to be able to kick the fucking tires and determine whether or not they're loaded with air or it's loaded for bear. It's time to maybe change this. You have to use discernment. You have to use common sense. But mentally, holding a CDL it's up there. It's up there. Yeah, it's boring for a lot of the time. You know, on them long drives and shit. After the first 6 months, you're not white knuckling that motherfucker anymore. You know? You get real. I mean, I drive with one hand. I'm leaned back in the seat, and I got my hand on the shifter. That's how I drive. They advise that you drive with two hands on the wheel. I understand. I don't. I drive with my one hand, and I got the other hand on the shifter. In case something goes down, you got to be able to drop them gears as fast as you can drop them. It doesn't drive like a car. It's not like whoom, whoom, whoom. It's really slow shifts. It's slow shifts. You have to get used to the idea of moving slower, accelerating slower. Don't try to drive it like it's a car. It's not a car. It's not a car. The similarities end at wheels. That's it. Andrew Briggs at Scotial. No, I don't do website development. I work remotely. Andrew Briggs, I've been to about 11 countries in the past 4 years. Congratulations, Andrew. I'm setting up a trip, I think, for my son's 16th birthday. I haven't really nailed that one down yet. If I can get it going faster than that, then I will. But I think for my son's 16th birthday, we're going to go to Tokyo. He has this thing, man. He's got this thing about Japan and wanting to go to Tokyo and wanting to see all the giant Gundam stores. So I'm like, okay, I think I could fucking do that. So I think we're going to go to Tokyo here in a couple of years. I definitely want to get down to SEA, down to Southeast Asia, and check out Bangkok and check out Pattaya. You know, I'd love to do that. Koh Samui, love to go down through there. I'd love to go to Vietnam and just check out the Mekong Delta. My uncle was on a gunboat in the Mekong, so it would be somewhat surreal to actually kind of check that out. Yeah. No hard feelings. It is what it is. Successful endeavors, long hours of tedious boredom interspersed with brief moments of intense excitement. Yeah, especially when some cocksucker drives into your fucking lane while they're on their phone. That happens at least once a week. At least once a week. There's something else that I didn't tell you also about driving a truck. When you get out there, let's say that you're out in the country. We'll use this as an example. And you're around dusk, sometimes in the daytime, but not often, but dusk, nighttime, if you're driving at night, and an animal pops up in front of you, do not, under any circumstances, jerk that fucking wheel. Hit the animal. Hit the animal. Don't apply your brakes in a savage manner, because if you do and you're carrying really heavy, you're going to throw all that fucking cargo through the nose of the truck, and it's going to blast your ass out through the windshield. Don't do that. Do not swerve the truck to avoid an animal. Don't hard brake to avoid an animal. Don't hard brake to avoid a vehicle. Hit that motherfucker. If they put themselves in the wrong position and it costs them their life, then that's just a whole thing for people to accept. I can't stand hitting animals. I fucking hate it. But I've hit many animals. I can't stand hitting other people. Thankfully, I've not hit people. But their cars have hit me 3 times. I've had 3 instances where one car drove under my trailer. Another guy got so pissed off that my tractor and another tractor were going down the road, and I was passing this guy. It took us like 2 miles. It took me like 2 miles to get up on him. This guy drove into a breakdown lane, jumped around both of us, and slammed his fucking brakes on. The other guy skeetered off. He got away with it. I didn't get away with it. And I ran him over. Dumbest fucking thing in the world. Dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. He was so mad. He wanted to teach us a fucking lesson so bad that he risked his existence on this planet. No, he did not die. And then I had another one hit the trailer. These people are not conscious of how they drive because they're taught to be buffoons behind the wheel. You will be schooled every single month as long as you have a CDL and you're driving for somebody. Every month, forever. So when I say that you hold the highest classification of wheeled license in the world, you do. You do. And you will earn it. 205 in the box. 181 Fonzies. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Solitude is profit. I'm glad you're a great father, Hammerhand. I cannot claim to be a great father. I think I'm adequate. I'm getting better. My love for my son and my desire to do right by that boy is, I think, my strongest attributes. I would never claim to be a great father. I hope that I'm just good enough for this kid, because I remember when I was young and people were saying, man, it's terrible to bring a kid into this world in this day and age, and I can't even imagine what it's going to be like for him if he decides to have kids. It's terrible now. I can't even imagine. I had no fatherly influence. None. Zero. None at all. So everything that I've learned, I've had to learn the hard way. And I knew that I did not want to be that kind of guy. I didn't want to be frustrated to the point where I was beating on kids. I don't look at these men as evil. I look at them as ill-prepared, as unequipped, and that their emotions get the best of them. Is it a terrible fucking thing to do? Hell yeah. It's a terrible thing to do. It's terrible to harm people out of frustration. You shouldn't be doing that at all. It's a no-brainer. But, yeah. I spent a long time unwinding all the bullshit in my head to get to the point where I'm at. And that's why I'm here. It's another reason why I'm here. There's many reasons why I'm here, but that's one reason why I'm here. is to help guys not get to that point. You don't want to be completely fucking run over and destroyed in life. You have to have a fighting chance. And that's what these people want to take from you. They want to take your will from you, plain and simple. Straight away, they want to take all of that shit from you so that you don't even have that opportunity, so that you just mindlessly accept all of these edicts and these ideologies. That's what they want. And they want more. They want everything that they can get from you. If they could melt your fucking ass down after the fact and serve you up as some fucking Soylent Green, they'd do that too. If they could get away with it, if there was no mass revulsion over the idea, you better bet your fucking ass they'd do it. But thank you for the compliment, Solitude. I appreciate that. Sisyphus. Siggy? Did I get that right? Sunday night Chillstream. Yes, sir. Danger Ranger. 90% of those who try to drive a truck don't last a year. Yes, sir. That is true. That's absolutely true. AP 530, I'm getting adopted by Mr. Forma. Mr. Forma? Holy shit. I'm almost a little jealous. MGTOW, Elder Monk, and Pathfinder. Wow. Yeah. AP 530, don't be jealous, gents. Cryptic, Leo, it's not jealous. Sure, it's the same dad, being she is a devout Catholic. Okay, there you go. I'm talking about Coney Barrott. Let me get down in this chat just a little bit. See Mr. Former's laughing. I'm sorry I'm behind on the chat, gents, but it takes a little bit to go through these. You know that. I'm sure that you know that. All right, we'll start right here. Adriano Ramos. Pattaya is a big open-air whorehouse. Yes, I know. And if you go there, make abso-fucking-lutely sure that you know where all the ladyboy bars are, so that you don't accidentally go home with one. These people, these surgeons over in Thailand, I've seen some real fucked up jobs, but not many. They're pretty good at turning effeminate men into feminine looking women. So don't go home with a ladyboy by accident. It's because it's a fucking thing over there. It's a big thing over there. Zool, I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Well, good luck. Luke, Chase, Hammer, did you hit deers or tire explode while driving your truck? Yes. I clipped a deer once. It didn't do a hell of a lot of damage. It just took off a corner plastic piece on the bumper. It killed the deer. I hit a fucking otter, which sucks. We got a lot of otters here in Kentucky. They're fucking everywhere. And I hit a raccoon. I ran over a fucking possum. Yeah, that sucked. And I have had a steer tire go down at speed, which was not fun. If you have any tires, if you have sudden explosive decompression of a tire, you have to get used to the idea of hearing that fucking kaboom and holding your wheel. You hold that fucking wheel. Don't jerk the truck. I've seen so many guys out there, when they lose a tire, they hear that boom, they react and jerk the truck. If you do that with a steer tire going down, you're going to turn the truck over. You have to condition yourself not to respond to loud noises with your truck. Plain and simple. You simply do not have a choice. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people think that when the tire goes down on a truck, especially a steer tire, when a steer tire goes down on a truck, they're like, oh my God, it's going to drop on the fucking ground. It's not. It won't do that at all. From your position, from your vantage point in that seat, you're just going to see the truck do this. That's all it's going to do. It's just going to drop like this. It's going to drag on that side, so you're going to feel that steering wheel pull over. Do not overcorrect the steering wheel. Just hold on to the wheel, steer gently into the side that goes down. That's a lot to fucking know. That's a lot to absorb, and it's a lot to do on a first-time tire loss. But the first time I lost one, I did everything by the fucking book, got it pulled over, and it was perfect. It was great. I've lost a couple of trailer tires. Other than that, that's it. Oh, I hit a fucking owl a couple of nights ago. This great big goddamn owl flew right into the overhead deflector on my truck. It sounded like a bomb going off. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. I can't stand that I hit a fucking owl, man. I love owls. Scotial, I have been driving a truck most of my life. It has become automatic. Yeah, and it does. It's the stupid drivers I am worried about, I assume is what you mean. Zool, rest in peace to the animals. Yeah, the fucking drivers out here, if you observe what is called the Smith system and you observe the training that they give you, if you observe the 8 and the 12-second rules about following distance and speed, do not speed. Everybody will give you 5 over. The 5 over is acceptable. Everybody's doing it. I know I just said don't speed. I realize that. But everybody's going to give you 5 over. Don't speed in a tractor trailer. That will draw the most unwanted fucking attention that you can have in tractor trailers and driving a semi. They're fucking savage. They are meant to put you out of a job if you get these kinds of violations, especially speeding violations. You do not want to be speeding with any tractor trailer ever, ever, ever. Follow the fucking rules, do the job, and when you run out of time, just go home. You know, you're going to have to learn how to manage your time, and that's going to take a little bit. It takes a little bit when you first start learning how to manage time. Jim Nichols, Luke Chase, I did several times. I have no idea what that's about. Feminazi Slayer, wow, Luke, that was crazy. He didn't even see that. I didn't see what? Did I miss something? Mr. X Wick, Mr. Vic, how are you? Be careful with saying getting laid is easy. Half of these chicks are in the mafia cartel. They will try to find you and kill you, so be careful. Yeah, man, obviously, it's obvious that it's their job to go out there, fuck and suck and get your money. I assume you're talking about Southeast Asia. But yeah, and most of them are associated with the mob, with the underground out there in Thailand. So that's why the death penalty exists in Thailand for running drugs, like even a couple of joints. You go to Southeast Asia, don't do drugs. Mr. Split Foot as I do, Asian women are absolutely brilliant guitar players. love Bandmade. I'll take your word for it. I funked her first. Roadkill. Yeah, man, big time. Red pill grunt, but fortitude means having the spine to stand and fight and take the pain. But I hear you, brother. True. And true. Andorian nationalist. People too. High Fly G123. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. You know, I remember the first time that I saw you. It was in that fucking whack stream that Leichensberg put up many, many moons ago. It's the best stream ever. You got like 900 fucking wrenches, right? Come and debate us, man. Come and debate us. I'm driving. I can't debate you. I can't debate you while I'm driving. It's totally illegal. It's against. Oh, bullshit. You're trolling me, man. And you were one of the only ones that were on there trying to be like at least reasonably neutral. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Kelly Giddens, roadkill. Yes, yes. Feminazi Slayer. I had a deer hit me when I was not moving. That doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. Deer are fucking weird. They are just so strange with the way that they move and react to things. MGTOW, Blade Monk. That's how my father died, except it was a van of mother and children. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I've seen some horrendous deer strikes on passenger vehicles. Just terrible fucking shit. Especially when they hit bucks. You know, especially when they hit bucks, the fucking head of the buck goes through the windshield and just impales the driver and tears him to fucking pieces. I wish I could unsee some of that shit. I really do. Back on 71 in Indianapolis years ago, before I started driving, when I was leaving for my morning commute, I saw a big rig, a tractor pulled over. Steam was pouring out of the front of it. And we're driving by real fucking slow. This is fucked up. There's a set of antlers that are buried in it and nothing else. There's this fucking horror show on the road. I mean, fucking blood for half a mile and little pieces of shit. So he hit that fucker head on. It exploded. That's another thing. When you hit deer, if you catch them even remotely square, they explode. They explode. They don't just fall over and die. They explode. But there were this big fucking rack of antlers that were stuck in the goddamn radiator of the truck. It was horrifying, but it was the funniest fucking. I was chuckling my ass all the way to work, and I was feeling guilty the whole time I was laughing about it. That's still fucked up. Still fucked up. MGTOW Blade Monk, I am not laughing at your circumstance there. Having somebody pass on because of a deer strike or a bird strike, it's just fucking awful. It's terrible. Mr. Split Foot Do As I Do, I ran over a coyote once. It didn't like it. I just saw a fox right up the road here. Very intact, but it apparently got bumped by a passing car. I guess we just buffered again, gentlemen. Sorry about that. 2 hours and 7 minutes, and you insane box. 100 and oh shit, 178 in the box. Somebody just said fuck you. 199 Fonzies. Hey. Oh yeah, I fly G123. Well, I guess both words have similar meanings then. At Red Pill Grunt. McPherson G. I hit an 8-point buck last year and ran that deer over, and it got lucky and went right under my trailer without getting hit by the tires. Holy shit. That's pretty cool, man. Zool, the road is brutal. The road is unfucking forgiving. Brother, it is unforgiving. Yes, it is. Kelly Giddens, I seen twice a little boy get hit by chasing a ball out into the street. I'll never forget it. That's fucking awful. It's awful. It always makes me think about where the fuck are the parents? Where are the parents? How the fuck can you do something like it's just terrible. Just terrible shit. Tico Tren, Red Pill. Man, you still here? You're insane. You're insane. I thought for sure you'd pay me back and bail in 5 minutes. Check out Costa Rica during your travels. The zip lines are great. Yeah, I know you're trying to assassinate me now, right? You're going to recommend this big old bitch for a zip line? I'll keep it in mind, though. Shay Necked. If possible, hit an animal with the front corners. That way it won't go underneath and tear up the airlines or take out the radiator. Yeah, I agree. If it's possible. If it's possible. Red Pill Grunt. Different words, same message and intent. Watcher MGTOW. I train CDL drivers. HMU. I don't know what the fuck HMU means. I've seen that and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm kind of old. So you can drop that in the comments and tell me what that means. I hope that you train them well because we are getting some really fucking bad drivers where I work. Holy shit, man. These guys don't do their pre-trips. They don't do their post-trips. They park the fucking trucks on the ready line with blown tires, no radiator fluid. They leave the goddamn gas canister valves open. It's fucking ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Feminazi Slayer. I don't even commute on highway for work no more. Can't do it. Too stressful. Fucking A it is. Gulp, quadruple zero. Hammer, I like your last video. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. After this stream is over, I've got one more coming. Tonight, anyways, tonight. Jim Nichols, Kelly Giddens. My dad taught me when I was 5 that a rolling ball is always followed by a kid. He was a driver. Goddamn right. If you can get your eyes on that fucking thing, start your slow. Start your slow. Luke Chase, I ran on a skunk. It stunk for 2 months. We get the fucking skunks out here like crazy, man, like crazy. And yeah, bro, they are potent. God damn, do they smell bad. They smell so fucking bad. They're cute as fuck until you run them over. And then they stink and they're a fucking mess. Brian Bako, I hope I got that right. Thailand is great. So I hear. I'm sure that you could have a fucking ball there if you were going there to get laid. That would not be my reason for going to Thailand. I am just seriously attracted to walking street. The street food looks amazing, and it looks like it would be a really good time on the cheap. So if I went over to Thailand, I'd stay for 30 days. I'd go spend me a couple of $1,000, stay for 30 days, and then come on home and let the soul glow wear off of me. Get your soul glow. Oh, baby. MGTOW Blade Monk. MGTOW, Watcher MGTOW, drop that link. I'll hit you up, brother. Feminazi Slayer, Watcher MGTOW, you got a way around the eye test on a physical. I don't know that there's any way around the eye test. You have to take the test. If you need glasses, I think we're talking about the CDL test, right? If you need glasses or you need contacts, I put my glasses on. You see these right here? You see that they're fucking razor thin. They're razor thin. And these are primarily reading glasses, right? And put them on, and if I look at the TV from here, I can see everything crystal clear. If I look at 25 vision without the glasses, and then I wore those glasses for about a year, now my vision is 15-20. So, yeah. So it corrected. Drop the mic and walk off the stage. Don't sell yourself short on being a great dad. Most don't have the knowledge you will pass on to your own. I thank you very much for that. Thank you, and thank you. And you know me, guys. It took me 4 fucking years to open up a PayPal account to be comfortable enough with the idea to accept donations to help build this studio and to help funnel money to men that need the money. I always felt like something like that could be used against me. I still feel like something like that can be used against me. But when I show you the receipts, you know, nobody will have anything to say about that. And if they do, fuck them, because I already know what the deal is. And so do you, for that matter. But thank you. Zool, the only thing I'm considering is the artificial womb, and it would still be largely dependent on what the state of the world will be. Let me get that back. What the fuck? On what the state of the world and my life will be. Yeah, of course. You know, I don't think you want to be 65 raising a newborn. And it's what I tell females, especially these entitled cocksucking motherfuckers, these arrogant fucking pigs that always sit there and say, life is birthed through us. We give birth to the world. No, you incubate it. The oldest test tube baby is in their middle to late 40s. No, there was no womb required. There was no egg. It was sperm and synthesized egg. And we have a human walking around, several humans walking around that did not have a mother birth them. So don't push too hard, bitches. Don't push too hard, because you're going to make yourselves redundant. You're already doing it. Don't push too hard. Zool, I'm still working on not being so misanthropic. Well, we all have our little faults, don't we? MGTOW Blade Monk at Feminazi Slayer, pull your head away a little bit. I don't know what that is. Oh, for the eyeglass shit. Crazy Pie Thief. What chat is he reading? I'm reading the upper comments in this live stream chat. Your chat. I'm reading your chat. I funked her first. LOL. Feminazi Slayer. Zool. You can get surrogate mothers anywhere. They will do it for a price. I know a few chicks that did. I did too. I actually knew, well, my buddy at work, his wife offered to be a surrogate. She was artificially inseminated and she carried a baby to term, and essentially they sold the baby. I mean, if you're going to come right down to it, they paid for all of her maternity for the 9 months, and then it was like $25,000 outright once the delivery happened. Sold it to a gay couple in fucking California, and I'm like, oh God. That poor fucking kid. You know how it's going to go down. Gays in California. And I go back to saying that all the time. When people give me shit about saying that we're normal, the man-woman deal is normal and everything else is not. And how can you say shit like that? Oh, man. Well, that's how I can say stuff like that, because two men don't make a baby. Two women don't make a baby. That's how I can say that. It's not a judgment on your character, you know. I'm not denying you your humanity. I'm just saying that you ain't right. You ain't right. Gents, we'll get into this last little Frank. 2 hours and 17 minutes. You crazy fucks are still here. My God, I don't deserve all of this. I really don't. But thank you. Thank you, gents. I appreciate you very much. Very, very much. Okay. James Von Maxwell, the fucking ginger hamster? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to read this or not. How life. What's up, brother? KT, man, what the fuck happened to Tom Likas? When did he become so deranged? Are you talking about me? Or the actual Tom Likas? I favor no comparison with Tom Likas. He's still got hair, glasses, and lots of money. Zool, very cheap and good sights. Yes. Good sights. Yeah, you know. I think you're talking about a firearm there. Luke Chase, in Russia, trucks lose the entire wheel while riding. Yes. I've seen a lot of those, and they're not dropping lugs. And the lugs and the lug nuts are still on that rim most of the time, so it's a bearing burnout. They do such terrible maintenance on those trucks. They ride those fuckers until they just rot. And yeah, most of those are bearings or axle brakes when you see entire wheel sets come off. James Von Maxwell, at MGTOW Life. Bridges don't fly. He brings his own brews. Gotta love that. Of course you do. Brian Theriot, I hope I got that right. Theriot. Brittany, France is a cheap. Brittany, France is a cheap and unique place to visit. It's like Ireland and France. So that's unusual. KT, I used to like Tom until he said he'd vote for Hitlery. Holy fucking shit! Did he say that? I hadn't heard that. That's fucking bizarre. That's about as bizarre. I said it earlier at the beginning of the stream. That's about as bizarre as Richard Spencer coming out and endorsing Joe Biden. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm just white. Fuck me. I don't know. MGTOW Life, Reverend 20 piece. What's up, sirs? James Von Maxwell. Look at this old man here. Why? Why do you want to look at me? Are you fucking perverted? You fucking ginger hamster, you? James Von Maxwell, again, really, again, with the glasses and that Santa beard. Ho, 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 Santa Claus! Oh, Hammer Claus is coming to town. I know if you've been naughty or nice. I'm not getting you anything either way. I'm just saying I know. Cheers and thank you. Successful endeavors. In 27 years over the road, that's OTR, I've hit 22 fucking deer. Somebody should follow you around with a fucking smoker and some barbecue sauce. If you know that you're going to hit it, speed up to minimize the damage. Yeah, I agree with you. My whole route, I'm going 60. So that's pretty fucking decimated. That's just decimated. Bridges don't fly. True. I bring enough for the group. Red Pill Grunt, 100% agree. Hammer. Did multiple tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Thank you, sir, for your service. Much appreciated. And being on the road behind a big truck, in my honest opinion, was way more stressful than combat. I don't know how many people you're going to get to agree with you on that. But I personally, I'd rather be in a firefight than have to intentionally kill somebody behind the wheel of a truck. Because if they put themselves in that position and you deviate, you're probably going to go with them. So yeah. And I've seen a lot of fucking tractor trailer massacres out here. It's just unfucking unfriendly, untenable. Don't like it. Zool, Library Santa. Give me a minute. Mm. 172 in the box, 207 thumbs. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. I guess some people fell asleep or dipped out or said, what the fuck am I on this stream for? Cryptic Leo, Trump's gonna fuck us over. He's controlled to the few men in here. It's possible. I can't tell you that it's not. McPherson G, what the hell happened to Willie Nelson saying he will vote for Sleepy Joe? Guess they got to them. No, I think that kind of falls in line with Willie Nelson. You know, all the fucking tax issues that this guy has had over the years, business. So yeah, that kind of goes with his lifestyle. Mr. Forma, Tico After Party. IR Monday. Excuse me, KT. Yeah, Willie lost me when he supported that Beto homo. That fucking guy. Beta or O'Rourke. It's Beta O'Rourke, not Beto. Fuck that guy. Hey, he sit there and he told you straight. I think he really sunk his fucking party. He killed his aspirations politically when he's like, we're going to take your AR-15s? You goddamn right we're going to take your AR-15s. We're going to come to your homes. We're going to offer the buyback. And if that doesn't work, we're just going to take them. He disappeared pretty fucking fast after he said that, didn't he? Fuck that guy. I put him on a goddamn burn pile while he's still alive. Illiberal autist. Assume all celebrities are compromised because guess what? They are. Dork Vader. Hey, SCE, how are you doing? He's doing pretty good. At least he can type. Red Pill Grunt behind the wheel. Nice to see you, sir. Nice to see you. Be safe, please. Be safe. Bridges don't fly. Who needs a hunting license if you have a CDL? You don't. You don't. Sky Pirate. I still want my sex bot with beer dispensing tits. I could get behind that. Literally. Cryptic Leo. Men actually create life first. Yes, we do. You gents, some of you on here are on Facebook. Some of you, well, the ones that are watching are on YouTube and all of the other social media. I want you to think the next time you get on your social media and they're throwing them apps at you and they're throwing them ads at you, look at who, what, and how is being fronted on all of these social media ads. And it's not just social media. It's everywhere that there's a radio, everywhere that there's a television, everywhere that there's a fucking camera phone. Everywhere. It's POCs, it's women, or it's something to do with STEM or equality or abortion or how female rights are being stolen from them when nothing has actually happened yet. I'm going to say when Coney Barrett gets confirmed, Roe versus Wade is on the table. It's on the table. I'm just saying. It's on the table. And good. Because fuck them. Cryptic Leo. Peace, y'all. See you later, Cryptic. Sleep well if you're going to sleep. If you're driving, drive safe. Zool, indeed. They've got ovens between their legs. Very, very worn out and infected ones, too. KT, yeah, all celebs owned by Television. Yes, they have. Andorian Nationalist, at James Von Maxwell. You got a great voice for radio. Lots of people put on YouTube to fall asleep. And if they're doing creepy pastas or other stories, not much risk of losing channel. Not political. KT, United States of America Corporation, because guess what? It is. Every one of your states that we call states is a corporation. It's also a country. It's not a state. It's a country all by itself. You have to ask yourself why you're being lied to. You're being lied to on so many fucking levels. Chico Trend Red Pill, still here and no, won't, LOL, zip line, beaches, waterfalls, and fun in the sun. Costa Rica is crazy fun. I bet it is, man. I bet it's fantastic. I bet it's fantastic. George Clooney. Hi, Hammerhand. What's up, George? How you doing, man? Ocean's 11 much? Jim Nichols. Bridges don't fly. I've killed a trailer load of deer with a big truck. Never got to shoot one legally. I wouldn't admit to that on this stream. You know those cocksucking fucking Google moderators watch this shit. KT. Holy wood. You know what I wish would happen? I wish some entrepreneurial motherfucker would go out to the Hollywood sign and demolition that fucking one day, or see it breaking live, where the Hollywood sign just got turned into rubble. I mean that shit. I would love that. I would laugh my ass off. It would put a smile on my face all day and some of the next. It just would. It just would. James Vaughn Maxwell at Andorian Nationalist. Thanks. I used to do that for a living. Doesn't pay much on the radio. Fuck no, it don't. I've known a couple of people in radio, and they pretty much did it as a hobby because they couldn't live on it, unless they were nationally syndicated. You know, Mr. Splitfoot, do as I do. There is a flash of light when the sperm contacts the egg. Let there be light. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. KT, 6 studios. I don't know what that's referring to, sir. Drop the mic and walk off stage. If you give a man a helping hand today, that man has a greater chance of helping someone else. I agree with you. I agree. Sometimes it doesn't go that way, but for the most part, men are the most intelligent. They're the most romantic. And romance is dead, by the way. They're the most poetic. They're the best fucking cooks. They're the best tailors. They're the best at everything that they do. And with that fact, those facts being shown to you every single day, it's not hard to understand where all of this greed and envy and jealousy comes from. Whether they be white, black, Asian, Indian, other, or brother. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter. When there is more than two going after something, one of them is going to come out on top. And it doesn't really matter who it is, but it's almost certainly going to be a man, period. Unless somebody has a birth this thing through the vagina contest, the man's going to lose that one. Well, the way shit's going today, that might come up next. And then we'll be the best at that too. Fuck them. Fuck all of them. KT, just remember, when somebody says they are gay, they mean they take a weenie up their Kulu, up their Cocoa Puff alley. Fucking A. Not all the time. Not all the time, right? I mean, 2 women say that they're gay, right? They swear off men. They're pegging each other. I mean, they might take it in the poop shoot. You know, who the fuck knows? I don't care. Drop the mic and walk off stage. Helping a woman today will only tell women that they can take more, since all they do is take and not give much back to society. I agree with you 100%. I'm going to tell you a little story. This happened today. 179 in the box, 210 Fonzies. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do one more read here. I'm going to get back up to the top of this chat, do one more read, and then I think we're gonna call it for the night. But I'm going to tell you a little story happened today. I'm sitting right down the road here at the local convenience store. And there's a woman with the hood up. She's in the gas lane. She's got her hood up. There are 5 guys out there all over the fucking car trying to find out what's wrong with this car, man, so that they can hook her up, so that they can help her, you know, because it's women. It's female in distress. These guys are pouring over this fucking vehicle. She's sitting in the vehicle, drinking her drink, doing her thing. All of these fucking guys are peacocking on each other. I'm sitting 2 lanes down, and I'm just sitting there laughing my ass off in the car. They can hear me laughing. I got my windows up, and they can hear me laughing, and they keep looking at me while I'm laughing. I laughed for like 2 or 3 fucking minutes. I swear to God. While I'm watching a video, by the way, too. I laughed my ass off. I thought that was the funniest fucking shit. They give you that fucking sneer and shit. They give you the old side eye, you know? Fuck them. You want to sit out there and break your fucking balls for somebody that wouldn't fucking piss in your mouth if your teeth were on fire? Go ahead. Give it your all. Shinobi Wan. Reverend Shinobi. How was church, sir? James Von Maxwell. I'm going to release a chicken journal later today. We at the farm now, it's motherfucking epic. Guys, if you haven't been to church, if you haven't seen Shinobi Wan's channel, like everybody else, like Obi-Wan, and see if it's something that you dig, give this man a sub or two. He's working fucking hard to get your subs. So is James Von Maxwell. So is Mr. Forma. So are all of these guys that are in here. New Era MGTOW Monk. Sifu Black Irish. I know he doesn't go by that anymore, but still, Sifu Black Irish. James Von Maxwell. Tico Trin Red Pill. Yeah, me too. Talking Sopranos is on in a couple of minutes. Fun stuff. KT collabs. Shinobi Wan. Brother MGTOW Life. Americus DeVille. That's another one too. MGTOW Life. MGTOW Life. Get over there and give that brother some fucking thumbs up, man. Put a like on that channel. Let's get these guys up in their sub count. Even if you don't have a taste for their content personally, they're out here trying to help you. It requires nothing to go over there and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't like them very much, just, move the notification aside. Don't get no notifications, but give them some stuff, man. Let's build them up a little bit. Americus DeVille. Hashtag stay MGTOW. MGTOW Life. Don't be stupid, George Clooney. I'm not saying nothing. I didn't see nothing. Jeff Gardner. Willie's always been a lib. Bridges don't fly. Yo, AD. What's going on, sir? James Von Maxwell. At Shinobi Wan. I need some breakfast. Send me some of these smaller eggs. I'll take it. KT, laughing out loud. Michael McKinney. I was riding on a bus that ran over a skunk. Man, that was a long trip. God damn, I bet it was. That fucking shit is potent. I mean, it doesn't even go away with a car wash. Shinobi Wan, you guys catch season 2 of MGTOW Church today. He's working hard for you, guys. Get over there and give Shinobi Wan some love. Blah, blah. Beto can go beat off. Fuck that guy. KT, beer dispensing tits. I love it. Mr. Splitfoot, do as I do. Warren Zevin. Is it Zevin or Zevrin? I always thought it was Zevrin. Enjoy every sandwich. Warren Zevin. Werewolves in London. Werewolves in London. Michael McKinney. Shinobi Wan. Tico Trin Red Pill. What's up at JVM? I'm definitely going to check that out. Americus DeVille. BDF. Bridges don't fly. MGTOW Life. Not yet. Shinobi. KT Beta is a girly man. Fucking A. That fucking guy, when he came out on that fucking skateboard, dude, I was like, I gotta stop saying dude. God damn, I hate when I say that. When he come out on that skateboard, I was tripping. I mean, I was like tripping. I couldn't fucking believe that. The level of disconnect that these people have. It was like Bill Clinton playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. I didn't look at that and go, oh man, he's so cool and relatable. I was like, what the fuck is this? Get back to the show. Get this guy off of here. Fuck him. James Von Maxwell. At Hammerhand, been smoking poles. He's got the signs. He ain't fucking shitting. I think you're talking about Beta O'Rourke. You're talking about Beta? Yeah, fuck that guy. And every time I say that fucker's name, I say, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. KT, the video of Beta changing a tire. I did not see that. I haven't seen that. I hadn't even heard about that. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Shinobi Wan, brother Americus DeVille. KT, hell, I can clown on Beta for 15 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, and fuck that guy. Americus DeVille. What is that? Is that QB? Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan Church, MGTOW Church. There you go. Andorian Nationalist. MGTOW is inherently political. The incel panic was a media blitz smear campaign. Yes, it was. They were hoping we would go away. Banning us now, they will infiltrate the community. They're already in the community. They're already here. They've already infiltrated. This is nothing new. And you're absolutely right to point out the fact that the incel smear was an artificially induced moral panic. Abso-fucking-lutely. And what did it help? What did it help? It helped the ideal that women need help, that women need more. Women need protection. They are entitled to our axe wounds. Oh man, they're gonna kill us. Oh. James Von Maxwell at Tico Trend Red Pill, just mellow, you know, me and Hammer gonna do a Sunday stream. You are more than welcome to come on. Absolutely, absolutely, anytime, man. Shinobi Juan is on Facebook, but I'm about to delete my account. That's trash. Yeah, it fucking sucks. I just got off of a 24-hour fuck you from Facebook. It was only 24 hours though. See, they give you this little box where if you agree or disagree, and then you can leave comments. So I disagreed, and I said, you motherfuckers can eat a bag of salty assholes. Put my comment back up. And then they gave me a vacation. I mean, I don't know why. James Von Maxwell, it's Shinobi One, fuck fake book. Delete that shit. Mr. Forma, at Shinobi, at Americus, at Tico, After Party. Do it. Do it, because I'll watch it tomorrow when I'm going to work. Americus DeVille, Viva MGTOW. Illiberal autist, if women lost abortion and birth control, things would change real quick. Would they? Would things change real quick? If abortion was no longer federalized and protected, and then they had to have the babies and they had to be responsible for their actions and they had to close their fucking legs and stop being fucking whores and ne'er-do-wells and sluts, would things change quickly? I don't think that they would. I don't think that they would. I think that these bitches would do everything that the left side of the aisle has been doing. They would double down. They would double down. Abso-fucking-lutely. But they've already reached the end of that road anyways. The end of that road is already here. You're looking at it. This stream, the thousands of streams, the hundreds of thousands of comments, the millions, maybe, of MGTOW, of incel, of red pillars, real red pillars, not these fake ass motherfuckers that are trying to do an end around on you and mind fuck you. MGTOW life. James has the voice for radio. No, he doesn't. I'm jealous. Ooh, Americus DeVille. King Forma. James Von Maxwell, at Mr. Forma, love to have you on the show every Sunday with Hammer if you have the time. I would love that. I like to try to keep these shows at least 4 or 5 panel members, and then decently moderated. What fucking drives me crazy about these, even when they're excellent panels, are people running each other over. You know, you got to give time for a question to be asked and responses to be made. And I think that any panel like that should be round robin style. You know, is like you have a moderator, and then you ask the question, and then the moderator chooses the people to answer the question. If anybody has a rebut or a retort, you can get that in. You know, it's all good. It's not hard to moderate these panels. I just don't see anybody doing it. But yeah, I'd love to be a part of that. Shinobi One, James Von Maxwell, I can try for 10 minutes or 20, but no Wi-Fi here at the farm. I opened my laptop, 0 Wi-Fi signal. Winning. Frank, thank you, Pop. Frankly, my dear, bought some Dragon's Breath at a local boom show today. Dragon's Breath. Is that like Kush? I don't know what that is. James Von Maxwell, at MGTOW Life, and a face for radio. Well, fugly, that's that. Bridges don't fly. People are going to go batshit crazy once she gets inducted to the Supreme Court. Once she's confirmed, yeah, they're going to go fucking insane. They're going to go crazy. And they have nowhere to go with this, you know, because it's every fucking thing that they say that they want. It's a woman. It's a good mom, right? She's done everything supposedly by herself, right? You can have it all. And then they're still not going to want her just because it's a Trump appointee. It's fascinating to watch these people and that fucking hamster wheel go around. No offense, James. Americus DeVille, hashtag lie to me. Mr. Forma, at James Von Maxwell, I'm free Monday and Thursday. Shinobi Wan, James Von Maxwell, you popular motherfucker, you. How many hours from now? Send me a Discord invite or something. Nice. What? Can you show us how to prepare a buck? I sure can. Do you remember that? Remember when I said it's a fascinating procedure? And if you've never witnessed it before, or you've never watched an animal get dressed, it might make you throw up. So just be careful. Andorian nationalist, I hate when people say we need a leader to run the country like a business. Companies are disloyal and treat employees like slaves, much like the government treats its citizens. You ain't fucking shitting. You ain't shitting. James Von Maxwell, at Mr. Forma, hell, I'll be shooting you a link. I've loved your stuff since the beginning of it. My honor, sir. I think MGTOW Overlord just walked in. So, yeah. Shinobi One, what I'm not sure YouTube would allow that. Haha, but it's quite easy, but practice makes perfect. Mr. Forma, at James, the honor is mine. Lots of mutual respect going on in these comments. I love that. That's awesome. Outstanding. Americus DeVille, Zona Pelusita? Did I get that right? Sky Pirate, gotta dip, have to work. See y'all. See you later, Sky Pirate. Thanks for checking in, brother. Sorry that we stayed up so late and kept you up so late. MGTOW Blade Monk, give me a couple of bucks and a cheese sandwich and I'll get the job for you, Hammer. Yes, sir. Sorry. That's some cheap labor. That is some cheap labor. I might take you up on that. Mr. Forma, yeah. Mr. Splitfoot, do as I do, at Andorian Nationalist, you know it. Retail Nation, that's the problem. Well, there's more than just one problem. This is not a single, like when you go to the polls and you vote, it's not a single issue vote. It's not a single issue vote thing. And the problems that exist in this country, they're layers upon layers upon layers of problems that have built up over a century, 150 years. You can go back before the Civil War and you can start pointing fingers and say, yep, I see that. Yep, I see that. Corruption has been here for a long time and it's not going anywhere unless people push it out entirely. Eric Bullis, I would like to see someone buy up the land right in front of the Hollywood sign or next to it and put up the letters MGTOW. That would cause a collective spasm throughout the femdom that would watch uteruses explode. They'd be using their fucking ovaries as bolos to try to accost men. Let me tell you something. I would pay good fucking money to see something like that go down, to see something like that happen. That would be amazing. James Von Maxwell, at Mr. Forma, thank you kindly. I'll shoot you a note. We can do something hopefully soon when you have the time. Thank you, sir. Logan Sickler, I hope it's Sickler. Night, fellas. See you, Logan. Good night, brother, and sleep well, please. Americus DeVille, like this, MGTOW. You got it. Shinobi Wan. James Von Maxwell, bruh, I quit my job and moved to a farm. I've got time. Americus DeVille, good night. See you later, AD. Much appreciation, brother. Thank you for dropping in. We appreciate you as always. 172 in the box, 218 Fonzies. Thank you very much. KT, Merlin the Magician, using his magic staff made of holly and wood. Well, that's fucking clever, ain't it? Andorian Nationalist, what's up at Shinobi? Checked out your MGTOW church. Thank you for the recommendation. Brother, D-Mark1, I'm reserving judgment on ACB until she votes for men's rights issues, border protection, repeals Roe v. Wade, and repeals the 19th Amendment. That would be an interesting thing, right? To see where the repealing of the 19th Amendment would leave these judges, what position it would leave them in, should something like that ever happen. I'm not holding my breath, but you know. Bridges don't fly. Living on a farm and a ranch is great. Yeah, it is. It really is. KT, Anderson Poop Shoot fucking Cooper. Fuck that guy. He gets another one, just like fucking Beto O'Rourke. Fuck that guy. Always have to say that. All right, we're going to stop here, gents. Andorian nationalists. The problem with society aren't a glitch, it's a feature. The controllers do it on purpose. Of course they do. Shay Necht, here in Texas, beta is very unpopular, except for in Austin and El Paso. Dumb dicks. I heard that Austin was a liberal shithole. There's all these fucking idiots from California and the West Coast moving into Austin and just completely fucking up their politics with their voting sign. Goddamn right. Tom Lightning, Hammerhand is not Hollywood. It's not Hollywood, it's Hollyweird. Fucking A. I'd blow them both up. Tico Trend Red Pill, pick a billboard and I'll put it up. Yeah, man. I'm really thinking about running a campaign like that. I don't know, a GoFundMe, something like that. I want to put up repeal the 19th. A fucking billboard, a very visible billboard. And I want to see what happens when that happens. So I might do a Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, fuck a Kickstarter. Might do like a GoFundMe, something like that. Something like that. I'll put up something and see if there's any interest in it. Shay Necht, fuck Roe v. Wade. Yes, sir. Americus DeVille, stay MGTOW. There might be some stuff under that, gents, but with that, I'm gonna cut it loose, and I'm gonna tell all of you, thank you so very much for showing up to the stream. Thank you for being the amazing gentlemen that you are, for showing respect to one another in these comments, for not being bitch-made motherfuckers. That's just awesome. It's great. I love it. And I know that you do too, or at least you will, or you wouldn't be here. I'm going to dip out. We're going to let this fucking stream process. And for those of you that missed it, you've got almost 3 hours of it to watch tomorrow, Tuesday, or at your convenience. And have no fear. I have people that are trying to back me now in some way so that we can get this studio put together, so that we can get these receipts on these guys out here that we are going to start helping. And with your help, with your permissions, we will make that happen. And I'd love to see that. I think more stories from these men who are downtrodden, from these men who have social issues, from these men who are drug addicted, who are cast out of society, I think it gives a tremendous amount of insight as to why they are there and why nobody is out there trying to help them. Nobody gives a fuck about them. Nobody cares about men, bro. Nobody. So if men don't care about men, then they're pretty much fucked. So with that, I'm going to cut this stream loose and wish you all a happy day and a merry night. And peace out. It's been my pleasure, as always.